Welcome to
The last page.
the last page, presented by Roll It Slant on Roll20.net. Our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition tabletop role-playing game campaign stream of live playing of the game. Hi everyone. Thanks for coming back. Sorry we missed you last week, but that makes this week's episode a week later than you expected to next see the last page.
Technically, all of
Technically
the things we've
accurate.
been saying are true.
I took care of 6 of them. Keep going.
It's good, yeah. We were commenting prior to starting the stream that we had a very nice viewer count and how it was only going to go down when we actually started our content. But here we are. Stick around, because you never know what might not happen if you aren't here to witness it.
Again, technically true.
I'm going to go through the announcements real quick. Thanks, Kevin McLeod. Thanks, Roll20 Spotlight. Check us out other days. We stream Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 Eastern Time. Go on the internet and roll it slant. All right, let's just jump right on into this because I am so eager to get to tonight's action that I am willing to pull out all of the stops with this 30-minute monologue from Holly that she asked her character to do for the beginning of this session.
Are you sure about that?
I mean,
And
you wanted
again.
You got till 8:15.
Oh, okay.
Please,
At the
no.
Living Circus, halfling woman, question mark, calls
No,
Eloise.
no, Holly, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
I have 15 minutes though. I can probably read my whole notes.
So you have a half an hour. That was technically what
That was-
Casey said.
Whew.
8 o'clock.
All right.
That's-
That was
Is
great,
he
Holly.
losing this game of chicken?
Right? No, I can win.
Please
I can
don't.
give her an hour if you want. We can play
I mean,
anything. Do you want to do a recap, Holly? I don't want to put you on the spot.
let's not put me on the spot. I found my favorite NPC in the last page at the beginning of last episode. Her name is the Baroness, Lindsay. She's an awesome circus person, halfling woman. She's got lots of animals,
Cool.
like a dog that becomes triplets, I think.
Multi-dog? Yep.
I don't remember the other ones, but there's a monkey. Oh, I remember the monkey. There's a monkey.
Hey.
He's like the butler. He slipped us something on the way out.
It was a roofie.
Just out of
Yeah.
interest, when was the last time that Holly liked an NPC?
Estrella.
When was the first time, Holly?
Okay.
So we're clear.
So before I started playing with you
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
But you
it
met
has
her.
been upwards of 2 years.
You've met her before, though.
Yeah, I have met
I had to
Estrella.
bring her back so Holly would have one character that she liked. We'll probably see her again in this campaign.
Is she
Ooh.
expanding outside of the Dracoran Empire?
She is expanded.
She was first
She's
met not in the
everywhere.
Dracoran Empire.
Uh-huh.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, like, no, not over here. We
Cool.
haven't been over here. Just kidding. All right. Anyway, so
What's that
like
over
we went to
there?
this,
Oh, the rails of
you
the
know,
session.
the living circus because Eloise, our
Just
darling
kidding,
little
I can't,
Eloise.
I can't see them.
I'm
I
gonna
need my
keep
glasses.
saying things. Okay,
There they
Eloise.
are.
Oh,
I don't have binoculars.
what-
There. I'd keep doing this.
what's happening? I don't know.
Just keep
But
going. Keep going.
Eloise, she's a figment. A figment is a combination of stolen. Well,
And
it's
Hmm.
Dreams and blood.
imagination stolen from sleeping children, and that's mixed with some sort of ritual from the blood of a plain touched person, and that gets you a figment,
We
and
call
that's
it
what Eloise is. Yeah, so we found out that.
What did you find out that Eloise eats?
Oh, I was getting there, but first
Okay.
we have to talk about the monkey, Alphonse.
Okay, Alphonse
Why?
the monkey? I don't.
Because
It's a
on
good
the way out,
segue.
he gave us a clue.
A claw.
He gave us a clue. It was a ring. Put it
You
in
all brought your
Sahara's
handy
pocket.
dandy notebooks.
Yeah, get out your notebooks. It was engraved in a language you didn't know, but like olive dips and wizard things. And it says, in dreams of the sleeping titan does passage await. And it was in, I don't know, was it in giant? Or it's a giant's ring? I don't remember. Anyway, then we went and found some Eloise food. That was interesting. We were like walking around, and decided to stop by this baby with a cart, and Eloise was like, "Oh, I want the baby blood," and we were like, "Oh no, you can't have baby blood." And so we went by some baby chickens, and yeah, Eloise sucked out the brain of a baby chicken, and we have the body of a baby chicken with us. So she likes baby brains. Okay.
You are what you eat.
Baby brains. So that was fun. And then we went to the World's Kiss service.
That was fun.
That was not fun. Not all of us went in.
What a
People are
day.
suckers.
It's like, here are the things that are fun. The devouring of the
baby
brains of
brain.
infants. Here are things that are not fun. Cults?
Organized religion.
No, it's a religious gambling ceremony.
It's a bingo center.
That's how the mayor became the mayor. He gambled, got that supreme membership, and then became the mayor. Anyway, and then
We got 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes.
Why are you hurting me like this?
I'm sorry, but hold on, I gotta read my stuff.
My notes
Something
for-
about a podium.
my notes for tonight's session are just one line, and it's a question to myself.
Zahara bought a crossbow and a map tool.
All right, let's narrow this down to relevant things.
Jesus.
So
Baby, that's plot relevant.
you have in your possession a creature which you got from the last encounter, in which you rescued Shavia and proved yourself worthy of her employ. Shavia being an eccentric, elusive witch who lives a bit north of the town of Krennel Bend, where you are now. And as unsuspected take home from that adventure, you got this bizarre creature whom you've now discovered is a figment, and you've now discovered what it eats. They're very rare and, as such, very valuable, very magical type things, unique in every way, except in the number of times we've mentioned them so far. Then, towards the end of the episode, you made your way back to Shavia's estate, where you are all having enjoyment of the room and board provided during your employ there. You all have got your 10 gold stipend, so I just want to make sure everybody book kept that. And as you all did your best to retire for the evening, there was a rapping on the window of Zahara. And much to your chagrin, it was not a playful squirrel looking to recite poetry.
I was crushed.
That was my second option, but I had to roll the die, so that's what we went with, not the squirrel. So, it was in fact a creature who, after watching patiently, tapping on the glass, saw Zahara back slowly out of the room and call for help from others. When they returned, it was not at the glass, But instead, there was a rapping, tapping on the front door.
I can't do anything beyond that terrible impression. I apologize.
So, as they rushed to see if the front door was secure, they found Undine, the house servant, pointing at the door, reciting an old child's saying. Olive, do you recall?
I
The
do.
wonderful children's rhyme.
Lock the door, blow out the light. The hungry Oni haunts the night. Hide and tremble, little one. The Oni wants to have some fun. Hear it scratching on the door. See its shadow cross the floor. The sun won't rise for quite a while. Till then, beware the Oni's smile.
So, with that, as the most prudent course of action, as you all scattered about, thinking what might happen should this intruder manage to breach the defenses of the house, Groose went over and opened the door to find nothing there. However, a gaseous cloud swept past all of you. You put out the lights for some reason, so now it's just super fucking spooky.
Well, no,
in
there's still
here.
one. There's still one lit
One lit light.
because of the rhyme.
We're following directions.
Lock the door, blow out the light.
We're,
That's
we're only following some of the directions.
Yeah, we didn't lock the door.
Crucially.
We opened the door.
right.
Casey now knows that the way to get us to do anything is to put a rhyme about it.
Yeah. That's why I yelled at Groose for opening the door. Anyway, but there's still one lit. I didn't fully. There's still one light lit.
On the rails, the party goes.
There's the light over at the Frankenstein place.
So, I'm going to switch you over to the map, and we will take a second to
All right,
orient
great.
ourselves in Amber Lake here. You should be able to all see, aside from stream, because I'm just loading this in. Sorry.
We're in the outside area?
We're looking in.
Do you see where you are currently?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Alright, so, does anyone not have vision?
There I am.
I have vision.
Alright, and do you all see in shadows the rest of the house?
Mm-hmm.
Where you've been?
Yes.
So you see up,
Some of
the
it,
kitchen
yes.
is up in the top left area.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I don't know if you can see me picking.
Now, why is the turn order just available? What? Just wondering.
So, kitchen, dining room. I guess I can put this on stream. So everyone can see. So, again, we have kitchen up here, dining area, the entryway here, flanked on both sides by the sort of suits of armor statues. So you recall in the center was that sort of central room, courtyard-esque area that is has a glass wall that goes around it. The entrances to it are sort of between where these two decorative urns are on either side. And in the center there's a teleportation circle that is open to the sky above. Here there's a greenhouse that seems to be growing some amount of fresh produce and other herbs and such. Here is the little makeshift kitchen for you guys over here.
Yes.
Your rooms are in this area. This down here, I don't know if you can see me pinging there. That is Caspian's room, and then for a moment here, I will sort you into your rooms so you can see. I'm being seems quite a little laggy for me. So these are your assigned seats. Just so you
So
know.
spacious.
And then sort of up to the north of this whole area is where Xavia's room and Ondine's rooms are. The door to the workshop and such is down here.
Where we're not allowed?
Where you're not allowed. Don't know why I bring that up, but just in case. So, Groost, you had last returned to your room while everyone else was in the main foyer area.
And we saw the shadow going.
You saw the shadow departing this direction over here.
Okay.
So, that's the lay of the land. I'll zoom in a bit here. Welcome to Amber Lake, by the way. And Ondine has sort of stopped pointing, looking around. Bruce, you've noticed that your wonderful new pet is unfortunately missing. Your door is open.
I am distressed by this. Bruce is gonna start calling out for Eloise.
All right. You all hear Bruce calling out for Eloise.
I would like to follow the shadow.
All right.
There's shadows everywhere.
The monster
Just runs
shadow.
around the pillar. All
I
right.
want to usher Ondine to a place that's safe. Maybe hiding in the kitchen or her quarters or whatnot.
This creepy cellar.
Yeah. Ondine, where do you feel safe?
Oh, I do have my bow out. But...
All right, fair enough. Undine sort of looks at you. Always safe at home.
Cool. Let's go to the tiniest corner of home or something. Maybe hang out in the kitchen?
All right.
How did you know to say that rhyme?
It seems fitting. Didn't you learn it as a child?
I mean, I've probably heard it, but I don't think I'd be spooked out and just stand there and quote a child's rhyme.
Xavia taught it to me.
That's good. Let's go where you feel safe, okay?
Oh, speaking of which, don't leave me behind. Hey.
We've got to go take care of things.
Do I have an eye on the shadow?
Hold on. My Roll20 is frozen, sort of.
Can't see anyone's nameplate besides my own.
That's good.
That's why I'm not sure who this is. Is that
Can anyone see anyone's nameplates?
No, just my own.
I don't know how you
seems
change.
by design? That's
Well,
fine.
if you look at most people's border to their, well, not everybody's.
There used to be like a setting that you changed that, but it's not there anymore.
Huh?
Wasn't there like a...
Yeah, the DM just has to go into the token. Then you have to resave that token as the app.
Right, but I mean, there's no... Wait, attribute...
Show
Yeah.
name and then view name.
There's
or
no
something.
like player
It went-
permissions on name though anymore.
I think it went missing because I was trying to find that last Tuesday as well, and I couldn't find it either.
Because it's on each of like the... You can all see hit point bars and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's no longer a setting at character name.
I think this is Sahara. That's Qatar.
Hmm.
And the old lady's me.
So where's
That's
Groost?
it.
I don't even see Groost.
Right.
Groost
Right
is
here.
probably in a room or something. Okay, yeah, I don't have vision of that square.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. So, Ondine heads to the kitchen as
Okay.
instructed.
Caspi,
can
what are
I
you
s-
doing?
Can I see
Well,
the chateau?
I think we should locate whatever this is. I'm not sure why we let it in.
It's a great question. I don't know why either.
Eloise!
That's why we let it in, apparently.
Where are you?
I didn't
Don't
think
you
it was
think you've maybe
necessary, but
provoked this?
afterwards, probably tomorrow we'll have a security a little security meeting and
Ran
go
by
over-
you.
over
Thrilled
the
to hear
ground,
this.
ground rules for things.
Yeah, especially when the first word out of someone's mouth is lock the door.
Yeah, she's had the security briefing.
Yeah, yeah.
Is the security briefing also in rhyme?
Look, it could possibly be if you think that would make it more effective.
Oh yes, yes it would.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I demand iambic pentameter.
uh,
Only way I absorb things.
Well, I'll look into that.
There we go.
Can I see the shadow?
Make a perception roll for me, please.
Oh,
Not sure why my music stopped.
12.
Looking around, you do see shadows sort of dancing and cast by the various little bits of light that are still arching around corners and such. You see no evidence of a shadow from where you're standing.
Was the door reclosed?
I was just thinking that if it hasn't been, I would like to either run back or use my mage hand to do so.
I don't think we closed it.
It was not
we
closed.
closed
It was opened, and this came in, and nobody said they specifically closed it. So I'm going to say that it was not closed again.
Okay, I would like to close it now.
All right.
I beg you to reconsider.
Really?
No, not you.
Would you?
Please.
Are you using Mage Hand to do this? Or are you?
Um,
How are you doing that?
the door right here, or right here?
The door is here.
Way off to the left.
Oh gosh. Okay. I will run back to
Oh,
where I can reach it.
Immediately become jealous of your 30-foot move. Oh.
All right. Other folks, what are you doing?
I would also like to look for any evidence of moving shadows, especially you said that Xavia's quarters are up this way. Why is Roll20 not responding to me? There we go. So especially up that direction, but all around.
All right.
Oh, I gotta refresh.
Perception roll. Yeah, mine was having a
Warrior reception.
little bit of a hiccupy time.
I have clicked the perception button. Great. 8.
You're accompanied only by the darkness of night and the heavy breathing of guitar behind you.
Okay.
That's my bow.
You think so loudly.
And
sorry.
The screaming of Bruce.
Goose, shut up!
Can
Go
we just
find
do-
your brain-eating thing.
All right. So for-
Baby brain.
That doesn't make it better.
It does. Maybe we should call out,
Around the world.
To what?
warn Xavia, with verbal components.
Yes, the verbal component of screaming.
All right. I'm shutting the door, and we'll start if I've got the time to start my movement back.
All right. As you all hear the door latch shut, Xavia, you feel something cold swirling up towards you.
Who's Xavier?
Which one of us is Xavia today?
Oh, not Xavia. Zahara. Sorry. I have other things. As the Oni is going to make an attack against you, so we are going to roll into initiative here. Only this will be considered a surprise round. If it's on the GM layer, can you see its initiative?
No.
We don't even see it on the turn order.
Well, I haven't rolled it yet.
But if you roll it, we will not see it. Of course, we will see what the chat, if you don't make it a whisper.
That's fine. You
But we won't see it on the
know
turn
if
order.
I put it in the right spot on the turn order, though. Alright, and I guess
Wait,
I'm
why am I
gonna
plus
roll,
4?
Jack
I
of
gotta
all trades.
That's always going to be confusing to me. I'll be like suckered in on that little... I just don't commit that to memory. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I guess I'll die.
I shall die.
Caspian is on top of things here. Not the tippity top, but...
Mine is on the way.
Alright. On the way.
Home sweet home.
All right. So, with that, wait, that's Caspian. Not what I wanted. Why is this? My Roll20's having some issues at the moment.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
All right. Just doing that. All right. So this is an attack. You don't see anything, to be clear. You just feel this coming at you. Oh, why is it? Why did the roll advantage thing go away? I feel like they changed a bunch of stuff. Always roll advantage. Oh, it just always rolls it now, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so here it comes. One attack. Does a 15 hit you?
15 hits me.
Alright. So, as you feel this strike sort of go, it's like this cold air current that just flows through your head. And you take 12 points of psychic damage, and you just feel it pulling and twisting your thoughts and ripping them from your mind. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
18.
All right, you succeed. As you feel something quite unsettling for a moment, but it doesn't seem to stick. All right, and we will move into initiative order. Grimmin, you are up.
Am I still in the surprise state?
Everybody was surprised, so we're just to the top of the order now.
I see.
Of the not surprised.
So I hear the concerned grimace of whomever took that damage, Zahara.
Mhm.
Well, if I recall, Zahara is this way somewhere. Oh, there's a pillar. 2, 3. Wait, that's not Zahara? I've made a mistake. 4, 5. That's my first complete standard move. I think I see Zahara around the corner. What I'd like to do is ready an action to viciously mock such a thing that is our enemy if it reveals itself.
All right. Caspian is up. He is going to, seeing that way quite crowded, is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down this way, but maybe cut off his escape if it goes, and he holds his sword kind of at the ready, looking like he's gonna take a swing at something. Qatar, you are up.
From my perspective, it looks like he ran off.
It does.
Goodbye.
We can't see him. Well, I don't want to just shoot a crossbow at Zahara because that's all I can see right now. So
Thanks. I appreciate that.
It's over here. It's on Zahara. Help! 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 I'm gonna back up.
Thanks. I really appreciate your support in this time.
And I'm gonna hold a Eldritch Blast for if the thing becomes visible. Somebody should draw the lights.
Roxanne.
Zahara, I would like you
Right.
to roll a d6 for me.
Oh God. 2.
All right. Its Dream Rend does not recharge.
Okay.
So, it instead will last out just with its normal claw attacks.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So first claw attack coming at you at advantage because it is
Invisible.
invisible.
Gonna go down.
Here it comes.
Once again,
First one, 23.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
I am
that's
down.
damage.
Oh, does this mean it's visible?
No.
No.
It is invisible.
Oh, so when it's invisible, it's its Ani form?
You don't know what that means.
I don't, but I'm trying to work
This
it out.
isn't even its final form. All right. So
it's
you
over 9,000.
All right.
Can't do the face.
I am in possession of 0 hit points.
Don't worry. I have a few in my bag.
All right. Crimin.
I'll wake her up. Oh, wait. Grimmin.
You suddenly feel a slashing at you across your chest as sharp claws rake the front of you. Does a natural 2027 hit you?
I feel that it does. But let me check. Yes, it does.
Only 12 points of damage. So.
Only? That's well over 50% of Grimmin's ability. I might have to hold on to those hit points. Hold on.
All right.
Wait, if I do it,
Zahara, you are
if I do
up.
it here. 12 damage.
Well, I will roll a death saving throw.
Make no mistake, everybody. I've screamed out loud, very, very loud. Oh, I've been stabbed! Just in case you guys didn't know what was happening.
All right. Good. A successful. Olive, you hear Zahara crying out and then collapsing to the floor. You hear Grimmin crying out a few seconds later in pain. Sounds like things are going well.
Great. I'm going to run there using my dash because I'm so far away. And that is all of my stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry about the lights. Turning them on if you can. And we'll stand there like panting, like ready. That's my turn.
All right. Bruce, you are up.
Bruce is going to. So remind me, which is Bruce's room?
The one right next to you.
This one? Next to
you
2.
can't. Yeah. Your door is, I guess, technically open. So I will. God, it's being so slow right now. Ugh. I will open the door for your room just because it is open. There you go, little Groosty.
Rex! So seeing no Eloise, Bruce is gonna push open this door and look inside.
Alright, the next one. Alright, you open Zahara's room. She hasn't been down for more than 6 seconds. You're already going to raid her belongings.
Eloise? Ow. 20, 25. Push open door.
Next one.
Yep.
Alright.
And Eloise.
You do not see Eloise.
Dash.
Dying.
Druce doesn't know that.
Go.
Push open door.
Roast.
You look comfy up there.
It's like, oh, she's just lying down.
I like to lounge around too, so I get it.
During mid-fight, I just really like to chill on the floor.
The cleric is looking. No Eloise.
Eloise.
Eloise could be hiding in any of these places, but you're not, like, thoroughly searching them, so you're just looking around. So, just telling you at first glance.
Eloise. Oh, Eloise. That's Groose.
Alright. Good to know.
Groose, now turning back up the hall, can now see a body in the distance.
Great.
Crimmin, you are up.
Okay, so Grimmin has single-digit hit points. So does somebody else. One
Technically
specific
speaking, yeah.
single-digit.
That's true. The most single of digits.
I suppose it would be in our favor to go ahead and rouse the dead there. So I will use my bonus action to use a second level healing word. Here's the cast. And this is on my friend the unconscious. It's a lower end one this time, but very much low.
I will still take it. Thank you.
And I can't see it. There's no way for me to reveal it. I don't know if any of us have that, so I'm going to take the dodge action to try to counteract some of that I get stabbed really easily action that's already cashed in on a little bit.
Alright. Dodgy.
As part of my... Oh, I don't have one. Never mind. That's it. I'm done.
Alright. 15, 20, 25, 30. Caspian is going to run up to your aid. How he ended up not in the square, I don't know. But Gribben, he sort of...
No, I'm not the Oni!
wielding his long sword, is going to swing out at where he thinks it might be. So this is going to be with disadvantage. As he just sort of swings blindly into the hallway just past you, and doesn't seem to connect with anything. And he can do it again! Again. And again, sort of backhands back the other way. If you were a bit taller, Grimmin, he might have struck you in the head, but it goes clear over you.
What? Hey!
And looks like he is done. Katara, you are up.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You see Caspian just finish swinging, sort of just past Grimmin.
Like this way past Grimmin?
Yeah, above Grimmin somewhere.
All right. I would like to Eldritch Blast to this square.
Oh, no. If I say that in character. Oh.
Ping
Just-
square again.
No.
Go ahead and make attack rolls.
23.
All right.
Incorrect. It's disadvantage.
16. Yes. Just check something.
I like 23, but
The Eldritch Blast just slams into the wall behind you, or sort of behind that square.
okay. Well, damaging the property. That's all right. Sorry. Yeah. That's all I got.
Yes.
Grimmin, can you roll me a d6, please?
I will not. Yeah, of course I will. Let's use this old handy dandy D6 rolling option I have. And it is the number 6.
Thank you. All right. So,
6 Onis show up. What?
it summons 6 more Onis. Coming at you with advantage is a Dream Rend attack.
I would like to mention how I have taken the dodge actions.
Okay, so it is just 11 then.
Oh, well, then it misses because that's a big one.
All right. You're sort of just like dancing back and forth and going, but it doesn't seem. You feel like sort of this whoosh of air pass you, but does not.
It's after me. It's after me. It knows I'm the best one here. It knows I'm the greatest.
Zahara, you're up.
Okay. I'll stand up.
Get up. Stand up.
I've done this.
Come on, throw your hands up.
And I guess I will pull my crossbow and
Oh.
I have no idea where Qatar was firing because I was
You could
lying down
probably
on the
see the
floor.
blast on the ground, on the wall.
Is there any evidence on the floor of where Qatar may have shot before?
Were you shooting the floor?
But,
I mean,
it hit the wall. Like, did it hit the wall?
oh,
It's also
never
force
mind.
damage. It's not leaving gunpowder scores.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast also doesn't damage objects, so.
oh, good.
Okay.
I'm not
I'm
damaging
just
the
gonna.
property.
Just
I had
gonna
a
try-
very odd conversation about the specifics of Eldritch Blast recently. It actually does not, as rules is written, damage objects.
That's
So
good.
no, but you can use your entire action if you would like to try to perceive where it hasn't.
I
left a
would
mark.
not. I'm just gonna try to shoot a crossbow bolt at this square
Ping again. All right.
because that feels like a fun and sexy place to try to shoot a crossbow bolt at disadvantage.
All right. Look at you.
Disadvantage. Liked crossbow. Attempts have been made.
Firing out, it does not seem to find purchase in anything. Sort of
Okie
glitters
dokie.
past.
I am going to step here, and I'm going to bonus action hide.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Actually, I'm gonna step one more, and then bonus action hide. Stealth. Not great. 16.
All right. Olive, you are up.
Pretty great, actually,
Followed
but
by Groost.
I have a plus 7.
All right, I'm going to
says you can do a phenomenal.
move over here and try and. Nothing's been hit. Well, nobody's been hitting, but. All right, I'm gonna try and Ray of Frost here.
We're gonna clear this place square by square.
Yeah, well,
But the
what else am I
understand-
gonna do? I don't have.
The understanding that as soon as it's its turn, it can move anywhere it wants.
The best part is Casey's just gonna move it onto a square that you've already shot, and then you'll never hit it.
Look, if anybody
All right,
has
Ray
any
of
better
Frosting,
plans.
This square Ray of Frost is ranged attack.
I mean,
Yes.
turn the light back off, probably.
Off?
I mean, you guys could see it shatter, right?
All right.
Not with- Out any lights?
Shooting
But you
out,
could only see
shooting
it when
out
there was no light.
doesn't connect with anything. Just sort of
All right.
glances past everybody and impacts on the
All right, then I'm gonna move back here, and try and like, not quite hide, but kind of steel myself against that. Is it a pillar
It
or
is
an
a pillar.
urn? Okay,
That one's a pillar.
so I'm gonna kind of like lean against the urn. So
You've earned that location.
thanks.
Bruce, you are up. And you've thrown a bunch of doors open. You're not finding
Louis! Groose is going to head back into his room and do a more action-orientated search.
All right.
Investigation, I would imagine.
If that's what you are liking to do, yes.
Well, I don't think I have any other means,
Locate
so
Eloise spell. Ritually cast.
Wish we were in Harry Potter right now.
don't.
The Leo.
Oh, I could. I guess I never detect magic, Eloise, but I wouldn't know where you look. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna investigation.
All right. Investigation roll, please.
Eloise?
Looking around, you don't immediately see anything, although you do smell a little bit of
Eloise.
sort of like an acrid, almost like chemically smell in your room that sticks out to you as maybe it wasn't normally like that. Maybe.
Not your normal pit smell.
Eloise? Not on the bed.
Straight up Maria on your bed.
Chris is gonna go over to the bed, lift the blankets, look under the bed, and otherwise that will be.
Alright, as you look under the bed, you do see the footlocker that's on the edge, on like the end of your bed. You look sort of stick your head under the bed and then look down that way. You can see that it looks like there's a hole that has been melted about this big in the side of the that footlocker.
I'm gonna press my face up against the melted hole.
As you do, you realize it's likely something acidic had melted its way here, but luckily the acid is seemingly a little bit neutralized. And then you just feel like one little tiny hand press against your cheek, and then another one press against your cheek. And then you feel a little like poke from something else.
Eloise, why are you hiding?
Eloise shoots
Also-
acid.
Why did you get acid for my face? It's okay.
Doesn't seem like the most important thing we could be doing.
I'll keep you safe, Eloise.
Bruce, I'm dying.
Alright.
You don't know
Bruce,
what's
where are you?
Anything else, Bruce?
Nope, that's it.
Women, you are up.
Bruce!
Grimmin doesn't like this. Grimmin feels a little targeted here. Grimmin's small. I get it. All right. I'm going to use the healing word as a bonus action for myself this time. It is the first level version. It is better than the second level version I did before, and I gained 7. That's nice.
It's very nice.
7. That puts me at 16. I got to manually update the tokens. Not being happy with my D&D Beyond for some reason right now. So there we go. And then I will continue with the dodge action.
Alright,
Can I move to this square? Or is that somehow blocked?
Which square? You try to move there and are unable to.
Then
as
I'm like-
you step forward and then immediately sort of like bump
Stumble
into something.
back. Yeah. Like, oh!
The mechanics are preventing me.
Ugh. And I just gesture to it as I've already taken my standard action to do the dodge action.
Cass
Are
is
you
like,
more than mumbling, or are you like?
Communicating.
Well, you're in direct line of sight to me, so you saw me bounce back and go. "Blah, blah, blah." So all I'm doing is I'm mumbling.
Cool.
All right. As you mumble, Caspian jabs his sword forward into that area, still at disadvantage, but.
I would like to end my turn, I suppose.
15 does not hit. One more as he swings about again. 13 does not hit either.
You aren't great.
Well, I can't even see it. Alright.
Oh gosh.
Katara, you are up as you see Caspian
Eldritch
just
Blast!
Alright.
This square.
Yep. Make a Eldritch Blast attack.
21.
That will hit.
Yes. 11.
Alright, and that time you find that the blast hits center of mass of something there, and you can see the energy just sort of do its damage like you normally expect.
I got it!
It's definitely dead!
I hit it!
Keep going. This one can swing a sword twice.
Yeah.
Go, shoot.
I can't do that. That's not what I do.
Not yet.
That's my turn.
Alright. Its turn. Since you just hit it, Qatar, can you roll me a d6, please?
Sure.
Excellent. Alright. It is going to
Literally moonwalking to try to get out of the way.
it is going to
Breakdance.
slide a bit, and as it moves, sort of Olive, Gribbon, and Caspian, you just feel this like wispy sort of wash of air, like something is expanding in there, and as you feel that, you see sort of just fading in from the very faint sort of cloudy shadows that are left here. You see a large object emerging as it moves.
Continue my gestures.
As it moves and takes a swing at you, Olive, using its Dream Rend attack.
Uh-huh.
Does a 20
That's
hit
big
you?
boy.
Yep.
Alright, and this strike does 21 damage.
Knock me down from full.
To across, and I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. That is a success. And again, you just feel this like sense of disorientation and going, like your head is spinning, like your whole mind has been kind of like knocked loose, but like as it's flowing away from you, kind of are able to will it back, and it just sort of has this big sort of toothy Cheshire grin in front of you.
I'm like, ugh, so gross.
All right, Zahara, you are up.
Oh boy. I have 6 hit points. Well, I guess I will plink away with my crossbow. Here comes the crossbow. $17?
17 hits it.
Excellent. And I have people engaged with it, so I get sneak attack. And that is a number. 17 points of piercing damage. And that can only be done to another creature, which there isn't. And so I will end my turn. Gross!
How far away are you? From here?
I don't know where you are.
I want to know if I know where you are.
15 feet.
Okay, I know where you are.
Okay, great.
What?
Bruce, we're dying! Bruce, I'm bleeding!
I'm
Not
gonna
for
do-
long, though.
Magic missile
The cast magic missile.
Ooh.
at 2nd level.
Oh.
Oh, this roll was really good.
Is that the 4? Is like,
All right, magic missile will hit.
Yep.
So 2nd level means 4 or 5? 4, right? 4 times 3 is 12. As they all slam into the creature. What do your magic missiles look like?
I think they look like
Tenderizers?
meat cleavers, meat tenderizers. Yeah.
Salt and pepper
Right.
shaker.
Yeah. So like they come like flying out, and they're meat tenderizers, and they come flying out in like this really like blinding silver light, and I kind of just stand there with my hand against a pillar, like kind of like not quite like clutching my stomach, but clutching my book against my stomach because it's very like and just trying to steel myself there, because yeah. And I'm gonna yell help. I'm gonna yell help. I don't want to yell help into the mic, but Olive yells help in a very desperate old lady way. So that is her turn.
Alright, Bruce, as numerous members of your party call for help and aid, you're under the bed, face pressed to this little hole, feeling a little
So
excited.
excited.
Eloise,
You got
you
a
want
pet.
you want me to stay here and cuddle? Okay.
Gross!
Roll
How is
against
it?
the wall.
Where is it? Bruce will
It's
close the
over.
door.
Point. I point.
Bruce pulling the door closed. Oh, where? Where?
Look
Come
around
on.
the corner.
Oh. Oh.
There it is.
Oh. Ghost, like get back that way. Okay. Ghost checking the old Goose utility belt. And guiding bolt.
A
Ugh.
7 will not hit.
Scrooge is thrown backwards into Olive's arms. Oh. Hello.
That's Qatar, but
Olive.
Oh. Hello. Guitar.
You hit your head in your room.
Go look this
Are
way.
you suffering from head trauma?
From this far zoomed out.
anything else
Um,
first?
Zoom back in.
I got nothing else.
Alright. Gribben, you are up.
Oh my
No,
god,
things-
that very much isn't Olive.
Grim as the things are, Grimmin will use his healing word, 2nd level, for his other party member who got slashed. This is for you, Olive.
Oh, thank you.
It is only 8, though.
It's all right. It's better than nothing.
Then, healing word allows for cantrips to also be cast as a standard action. So I'm going to mock it and go, oh, picking on the little guy. You're small on the inside.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that slays.
Look at that DC 13 wisdom. Impossible for it to make it. Yes! Oh, it really struck home.
There you go. And it just sort of like looks down at itself, and looks up at you.
I do pick on people
2 points of
smaller than me.
psychic damage also. That's right. I can do the same thing you do, just a lot not as good.
A lot not as good.
Grimmin, however, doesn't feel that this is advantageous at all. So, hey guys! And, Bruce, get up there. I'm done.
Caspian
Bruce liking it way back here.
is going to start hacking away again, no longer at disadvantage.
Get going, Caterpillar, or whatever his
13,
name is.
And 14. He just sort of strikes at it. The first one, the creature kind of dodges out of the way. The second one, it just puts up its hand and sort of bats the sword aside.
Generally, it's more useful if you hit it with the sword.
I did hit it with the sword.
No, it hit your sword.
Well, doesn't that count?
It really doesn't.
Okay. Katara, you're up.
I would like to Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah,
The creature?
I forgot. Warlocks. I should
Have
just
you
be like,
hexed it
Katara,
yet?
would you like to do something besides Eldritch Blast? And you could just say no. 17 does hit.
Perfect. Ooh, 12. And then I would like to bonus action Hex. Wait,
Why was that in
Fuck.
order?
God damn it. Just kidding. Should have done my crossbow.
You can still do that.
I can. It's a spell.
But it's a bonus action spell. And you have cast a cantrip. So you can do bonus
Oh my
action
god!
spell and
Eldritch
cantrip.
Blast is a cantrip, guy!
Yep.
You should have done the other.
For 3 more
Oh yeah.
necrotic damage.
Does it get it? Well,
That's not how
that's
it
not
works
how
at
Hex
all.
works.
It
but
yeah.
is.
It's
No.
not.
It is. It says when you place a curse on a creature that you can see within range until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage whenever you hit with an attack. I hit
Right.
with an attack.
But it wasn't hexed when you hit it with attack. You have to hex it first, and then it adds the extra damage. It works like Hunter's Mark.
Oh, damn it.
So, had you done that in the opposite order, you would add the damage.
Okay.
Now you know.
Well, dexterity is my choice.
It has been hoxed. Alright, it is its turn. It is going to whirl around from being accosted from behind and target the thing it deems most dangerous, which is you, Olive.
Yep.
Can you roll me a d6, please?
7.
Excellent. It is going to use its Dream Rend attack at you at disadvantage, I believe, right? From Vicious Mockery?
Disadvantage, vicious mockery.
Alright, so disadvantage.
As it feels small on the inside.
19.
Oh,
Yep.
doesn't feel that small, I guess.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
20 points of psychic damage. And if you are brought to 0 hit points, you automatically fail the saving throw.
Yep. Cool.
So, with that, you can see that Olive stands there, and its claw sort of becomes ethereal and this sort of blue swirling energy, and just swipes right through Olive's head, and you can see this sort of glowing kind of spark get taken out into its grasp as it sort of curls its gnarled, taloned fingers past, and it just sort of like grabs something and then turns and smiles back over its shoulder, and looks like it slips it into its cloak, and it is going to step to here. Caspian will take a swing at it, and he will miss, flinging his
So
sword.
glad I stepped away.
Flinging his sword out of his hand, and it smashes through one of the windows of the greenhouse. 2, 3,
I can't help but feel like you're not listening to me.
5, 6, and that will end the Oni's turn, as it seems largely disinterested now. All right. Where'd my turn order go? Zahara, you are up as you see Olive just sort of slump to the ground. It doesn't look like she like received like a physical blow.
15,
she just sort of just slumps
20,
down.
25,
Poor Cookie has her
30.
moved in every single way.
Every time. Every time.
Fuck. Okay, I guess this is the best I can do. I'm gonna start out by making an attack with my crossbow. Let me just check something really fast.
Oh, also, what are your passive perceptions, Groost and Gremlin?
Gremlin? What?
Gremlin.
13.
Grinnin, Gremlins, whatever your name is.
Grimmin, and it is 13.
All right, 13 is just barely enough. You see that effectively on the beginning of its turn, but every so often you do see that the wounds that this creature has been taken, well, they're not like immediately healing up. They do seem like they are in some ways regenerating a little bit over time in a faster healing than you would likely guess a creature should heal. It's still injured, but they heal fairly rapidly. Continue, Zahar.
I don't even know whether it's worth trying this.
It's a little too late to parlay with the monster.
No, it's not. My
But
save
we
is
have
so
rules
low.
for that now, if you would like.
Parlay?
You can look them up. Parlay.
My save is so low, I don't know whether this would do any good.
Parlay was more of a guideline.
And the door is open, right?
Nope. I shut it.
You shut it. Okay.
Because I didn't know if it would be alone, right? Like,
Okay.
Feel that the door will stop this creature in its tracks.
Did you lock the door or just shut it?
I just shut it. I didn't specify lock, so I said shut.
It's just like, I don't know how to use this. Like every PC ever, it's just trapped opening the door for 8 rounds.
Okay. This might be a really, really dumb idea.
Listening.
But I'm gonna use my action to dash. 15.
You just stepped on Olive!
Oh!
And then I'm going to do this.
So use your action to dash to move.
And then I'm gonna bonus action this. And I'm gonna teleport 30 feet to here. And it will activate the winter teleport.
When you use your phase step, one creature of your choice that you can see.
Within 5 feet.
Of what?
Oh, wait, hold on. Of you before you... Wait, so it frightens what's next to you, not what you come up next to?
Wait. When you use phase step, one creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet.
Oh, I completely
of you
misread
before
this.
You teleport must succeed on or be
I thought it frightened the creature next to you when you teleported. However, I already said this, so I choose nobody. This was a complete waste of time and resources.
All of you are terrified that Zahara has teleported away from you.
You automatically fail the saving throw.
In the Twitch, the bottom of the Roll20 thing is cut off. Like the Roll20 chat thing.
Oh, I see. It's fine.
Okay, so that was a complete waste of everything. I enjoy being knocked unconscious. I end my turn.
I'll try to fix this. Alright, who's on third? Olive.
I got Nate.
Roost
is gonna wiggle around the corner.
Wriggle, 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 wriggle.
5, 10, 15, excuse me. 20, 25, 30. Oh, not
Looks
looking
like
good.
Groost has all of his character resources at the moment.
Untrue.
No, dang. Cast a spell.
Oh yeah, guiding bolt.
Oh, Grimmin is next. You're looking good down there, Olive. Dash. 35, 40.
Wait, what did you do to Olive?
Nothing. He did nothing to Olive.
55. I don't have healing word.
You don't even
So
spare the dying.
Oh, I can stop and cure wounds, and then this thing kills Dora. Or I can wait for Grimmin to heal, who is next on the turn order, and save us all a little pain. And then bonus action, Shillelagh.
Alright. Okay, so now that's followed by an attack, right? Or you just bonus action?
No, just bonus actioning to
Get it out
create
there.
the Shillelagh. Yeah.
Did you take an action yet?
Yes, dash.
Okay. Gotcha. Grimmin, you are up as Bruce just runs by the fallen Olive.
So Grimmin will see what's happened and one. No, that's close enough. This healing word is for our downed member. It is the first level one because I've used all of my second one level ones already, and it's the fourth one in a row I'm using. Enjoy that, Olive.
Thank you.
Olive. And I will also once again try to belittle the giant monstrous evil thing that's regenerating. And I will be like, oh, you have to use biology to try to fix your wounds. That's cowardly. This is my mocking. I don't.
19.
Cowardly biology.
19? Because I feel that you rolled before I could have. That's fine. Clearly. Damn it.
Yes. It seems not quite as taken aback by.
Oh, I forgot you were doing that. I should have chosen wisdom.
It's okay. It doesn't affect saving throws. It affects
Ability
checks. So if it rolled a wisdom-based initiative, for example, then there you go.
If it insights one of you, it's fucked. All right.
It rolls to vibe.
Oh.
No, I've done a little bit of movement, but I'm just like, and that's it. I'm done.
All right, trying to end the turn. Caspian is going to move here now. Actually, he's going to move here to pick up his sword. Can he still get there? Yeah, he can. Okay. So free item interaction to grab his sword as he scoops it up with one hand. Running in is going to make 2 longsword attacks at advantage. First one misses. Second one strikes true. Just managing to hit. And will do 13 points of damage as he mightily slashes across the creature's back that seems to be paying it no attention.
Yes, like that. That's how you do it.
13, gee.
Maybe if you spent a little less time being snarky and a little bit more time hitting it.
I've hit it just as much as you have, buddy boy.
You're really good at this.
Thank you.
The Oni's gonna be like,
It's
I'm
my-
just gonna let
my
you guys
job.
work this
Guitar.
out between yourselves.
Are you up?
I would like to Eldritch Blast.
Alright. Whoop you!
Oh, shit.
A 9 will not hit.
But Hex is still on.
It didn't. You have to hit it with a
Didn't hit.
damage.
You
though.
have to hit for Hex to work.
Yeah.
Can you link Hex
What?
for me?
I thought it was a thing that always just stayed.
That's Witch Bolt.
Am I? Oh.
Hex. You know how Hunter's Mark works, right?
Oh yeah.
Hex is literally just Hunter's Mark.
But witchy.
If it does necrotic
witchy.
damage.
Yeah.
Until the spell ends, and it's up for an hour.
Yeah,
You
but the
should read that
damage.
description area.
Yeah. If you link the description of it.
With that, I think I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, I did click the wrong one.
Let's oh, it's, not
It's
in-
coming up. It's coming up.
It's on my screen.
Whenever you
Until
hit it
this-
with an attack.
Yeah.
There you go.
Until this spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage whenever you hit it with an attack. So you have to hit it in order to deal that extra damage.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No. So I don't have. Okay, but I don't have to recast it, right?
No.
I just
it's-
have
as
to-
long as you
okay.
maintain concentration, it's there. So anytime you hit, you'll do more damage. If you miss, it doesn't do anything. All right.
Especially if you attack more than once. It's really good later.
Zahara, 1d6, please.
Three.
That is sort of both good and bad for you. Dreamrun does not recharge. As you may have figured out, it recharges on 4, 5, 6.
But that means it's gonna do something
4,
else.
5, 6.
Yeah, 50%. It will now make 2 claw attacks.
Hokey dokey.
Things are worse. No.
Why?
It's not. It's like one big thing or 2 big things. Claw attack against you, Zahara. This is at disadvantage, right? From the other whatchamacallit.
Nope, not
Nope,
from any
it
whatchamacallit.
missed.
It ignored my.
It
my
would have hit either
insult.
way.
All right. So this is going to do 7 points of slashing damage.
I am down.
Oh. It
Alright.
sunk. Oh.
And it is going to wheel around and make another claw attack at Caspian here, as Caspian has recently struck it in the back. 20 will hit Caspian, not natural.
Is Caspian meant to be? I don't know if it's like not showing right on my screen. He's like 10 feet away from me.
Yes.
Alright, it has reach. Okay.
He's next to the creature, though.
Oh, he's not on my screen. I'm gonna refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 10 feet away from me.
Well, he is 10 feet away from you, but also
You mean there
next
are
to the
2
creature.
empty squares between you and him on your screen. It does not have reach. So this is only the first damage. So 12 in against Caspian as rakes across his front. Minus 12 to Caspian. Caspian looks like he can take a hit and is not quite reeling as much as the rest of you. Is going to move here, provoking from both you and Caspian. Roost.
Groot's gonna give it a bonk.
Caspian swing.
22.
Caspian's sword flings out of his hand again.
The best.
Which is
I make a
surprising
snarky
because
comment, but I'm bleeding.
because he has he's using it two-handed, so he swings with such force that it just sort of like slides spinning around the ground and stops a little bit short of Zahara. There, 8 will not do the trick. 20.
No, I hit
Eight's the
for 22.
damage?
8's
Oh,
the
8's
damage.
Alright. Alright.
8 will not do the trick though, as it
8
continues
will
to
still
not
not
die.
do the trick. 6. As it seems. Continue. Zahara, death saving throw, please. Zahara?
Death saving throwing.
A death shaving throw.
I am barely surviving.
Alright. Olive.
This thing looks like it's retreating, yes?
It is walking away from you.
Yeah.
This is a yeah, you better run kind of situation.
Pretty much.
It looks like it got what it came here to get. Keep in mind you can see through this central area, you just can't move through it or shoot through it.
Right, right.
Glass walls there.
Oh, sorry. I missed that there are glass walls there. Then I am not going to move there.
Yeah, so this whole circle is like a glass wall.
Okay, great. Great, great, great.
I didn't put any like boundaries there because
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I see it running away. I have little I can do to. This thing is just eating us alive. So I'm going
No, don't
to.
give it ideas. What are you doing?
I know, right? I'm gonna run over to Sahara and try to stabilize her.
Oh, okay. This will be a medicine check.
That's a 10.
That is just enough to stabilize. As you staunch the bleeding, alright. Gross, you are up.
Yeah, I think I pull like some dish towels or something out of my apron and like try to like wrap her up, and I'm like, I'm not using magic on you. Wake up!
Groose is going to run on down and inflict wounds at 2nd level.
Ooh,
Alright.
the big guns.
19.
Will hit.
So it's 1d10 on top of this. It didn't let me. Oh, it does let me choose. Okay.
You did say something. So.
Yeah. 22 points of damage.
Alright. And it howls out, spinning around towards you, Groost.
Ah!
Anything else?
Just gonna sort of stand there.
Alright. Grimmin, you are up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will look upon the creature. I see that our good friend Olive has handled is patching up Zahara as we speak. So for the first time, instead of a healing word, I will cast the following. DC is 13.
Alright. What type of save?
I'm sorry. That is outside of range, as I now just read it. So instead, I will go with my basic
Oh, it's only 30 feet.
vicious mockery.
Fish mock. Alright.
It's going to be 1, but I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's right. You got to run away. coward.
Alright, it does fail.
You let a goblin hurt you. All right.
Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean?
You can also take
Alright,
1 point of
so
damage.
it takes
Wait,
1
what?
point of psychic damage.
But it also gets that little
As
extra
Bruce joins
little
forces with the.
vicious mockery. Just switch
Switching
aside.
sides.
You get a second pet. That's fine.
I'm going to finish my turn with a bonus action healing word after all.
Alright.
I might as well. I didn't expect to use it, but I will. And this is for you, Zahara.
Okay.
That's all of this
Nice
said. That's the
roll.
best I can do.
I appreciate it.
Alright. Healing words all around. You get a healing word, and you get a healing word.
I have literally cast 5 of them now and have 1 spell slot remaining.
Alright, Caspian is going to pass, and he's sort of like very gently kind of like pushes you over, Olive, and then like pulls his sword out from underneath your foot and picks it up on his way by.
Zahara, from where she's lying face down on the floor with her face kind of like mashed up against the tile, just says, "That's not where swords are supposed to go."
Don't strain yourself.
Fuck you.
And he will
Is this like a meet cute? Because it's. No, I'm just kidding.
step up here and going to make first of longsword's attacks. 15 not good enough, and 18 will hit. Let's see. Stabs in for another 9 points of damage in the creature. And Groose, you hear him under his breath. He goes, "No, where swords are supposed to go."
Don't worry, I think you're doing great.
Well, thank you. It's good to be appreciated in situations like this. Qatar, you are up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You're so fast.
Eldritch Blast.
Alright. I love the amount of people in line of sight here. 16 will just hit.
Amazing.
Concerned by that.
10. I can use my hex this time.
Alright, give me the extra hexels. Oh, that's
Plus
a good
5.
roll. So 15 total.
15 total.
Alright. And with that, striking it, it does seem to lose a little bit of its smug demeanor, and you can tell its big grin goes into more an expression of determination. Anything else?
After my turn.
All right.
We're gonna
would
get
like,
lightning bolted.
That'd be awesome. Groost, I would like you to roll me a d6.
Grist will do this.
Even at first level, I can think of 10 spells that would suck
2.
for the party right now.
All right. Does not recharge, but let me just look up something right now.
The first roll it has disadvantage because I called him a coward.
Mm-hmm.
Coward.
Wait, what? What's happening here? No!
Put that back.
No!
It's as if you knew. It
Ow.
wheels around in
It has
ferocious-
wheels? Oh no!
ferocious anger, becomes a transformer, and its mouth sort of curls up into a smile again, and then its jaw seems to like unhinge and dislocate as this torrent of cold energy comes out, and it's just gonna cast Cone of Cold.
Oh fuck,
I
I'm
hate
dead.
it.
A 60
Thanks, I
foot
hate it.
cone.
I would like to say thanks to all the other players. That this was fun, and
Good campaign,
really-
folks.
really liked it up until right now.
So this is 60-foot cone, so that will hit
I think I'm just dead.
everyone.
But based on cone topography, it cannot hit both Groost and Caspian.
You're not dead.
It's going to hit Groost. Well, because if it hit Caspian, then it like can't. Yeah, I don't think I can go. go up that way. So,
And he's seen that fucker
could.
like throw his sword twice. He's not a danger.
all right, so this is going to be a Constitution save.
Hey, that's how the
throw.
Black Knight
Do you want
killed.
the damage first
the
or
other
the
knight.
save first?
Save first, please.
Hold
'cause
on. Let
I
me
just
figure it out.
want to feel some slight hope.
Spell
maybe.
save DC is 13. It doesn't have a very high spell save DC.
But you
Oh,
said wisdom?
motherfucker.
Con? Everyone's just...
Oh,
Oh.
okay, I
shit!
might be
You
okay.
said con. You said con. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Constitution.
I might be okay.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
I have advantage
Oh, hey!
on con against
I don't know
magic.
why I did wisdom. Maybe it's because I just felt so unwell.
Incorrect. I
Hopeful.
do not have advantage, but either way I failed. Because it is con and not intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
Here it comes. 40 points of
Okay,
cold
20.
damage.
Okay, I'm not dead. Just for
it-
the record, if I
Is it
hadn't made
half
that
damage?
Half damage.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
just for the
So-
record, if I hadn't made that save, I would have been dead.
Okay,
I
but
think
you did make the
I
save though.
would have been too.
That's a
Okay.
pretty
I would
decent
like
I
to
did make
mention
the save.
that Grimmin is dead.
Oh fuck.
No, really?
No.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Fully?
Yeah. I'm at 16 hit points. My
21.
threshold is 21, and that doesn't equal 40.
Fuck.
I was letting this fucker run, and you...
All right. So Grimmin is down.
No.
No.
No, not down.
Down and down. All right. And
Oh.
Why do you hate all my gnomes?
absolutely
At least
beastly
we have a
damage
corpse
roll on
this
it, so,
time.
Nice.
You got a gnome-sicle right now.
You made it skirt, and it is going to continue to head out. This will provoke from both of you two.
Whack.
I think at this point I have to take. I believe this is the same little and. Oh, I missed! I missed that too. Damn it!
8 points of damage
There we
there.
go. Ah.
And Caspian will swing at it.
Oh, it doesn't have the same effect now that I have a background. Well, that's not good.
Two-handed.
Poor Undine, you never got to
Caspian,
sing for her.
Will go.
For money.
So 8 points. Groose managing to impact there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I never got to institute the gnome shine idea.
Unfortunately not. And that will end its turn. Zahara, you are unconscious.
Yeah. I am rolling a death saving throw.
As there's just this absolute canal torrent of frozen ice across all of this.
I am succeeding on a death saving throw.
All right.
Why is Grimmin still on the turn order? Are you mocking me?
Oh, I'm gonna make another Constitution save for my hex.
Yes. You took. So the DC is 10. Yeah, so you're fine.
Okay.
All right. Olive.
That's a fail.
Roost.
Roost is going to go forwards. Wait.
Finish him!
You hear from the dead. Oh my goodness.
Roost is gonna go forwards. Let me just double check something on this. Okay. Roost is going to inflict wounds at second level again.
All right. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Whoa.
9 will not hit.
Oh.
Let it go. Just let it leave. Please.
Anything else?
Just checking. What is this? Groups will use nimble escape to hide.
Alright, is that a disengage essentially?
No, I can't
No.
disengage. I can try to hide.
You're gonna try to hide where you are?
Yeah. Just gonna get really close to his leg, so when it turns around, I turn with the leg.
We'll keep that in mind. Grimmin, nice initiative this combat. Caspian is going to run back and going to try to stabilize you, Zahara. And will be successful.
I
in
will
doing
consider me
so.
stabilized.
Move to there. Qatar.
I can move. I can hop,
You
skip, and
can
jump
move,
across
yeah.
these bodies.
Yep. They are not
Okay.
difficult terrain as there are not.
Bye bye, Olive.
Eldritch Blast.
Although you can't run through that circle, but that's fine. You could step over my body.
You can move through.
Oh, I don't know why I rolled twice.
That's a lot of d20s.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I didn't double click or anything.
All right.
Maybe.
21
I dare
will
say the
hit. We'll
computer
take the
thinks
first one.
otherwise. Okay.
6 plus hex equals 10.
How bad do you feel that you didn't roll higher damage?
Really bad, because I'm sure it's like at a 1 or 2.
Not quite.
5.
It's been regenerating every round.
All right.
It's probably still at half.
Anything else, Qatar?
That's all I got.
All right. It does look quite beat up. It is definitely not sort of at half hit points as you would judge. Just how low it is, not quite sure, but it's moving with a sense of urgency that it was not before. Groost, I would like you to roll me a d6, please.
I will. Another 2.
It is going to make claw attacks against you. Comes the first one. That was a 10 hit.
Nope.
And the second one. And that one does not hit either.
It throws his claws across the room.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's
These claws just fall off.
10, 10, 15.
I'll take that attack of opportunity. Thank
Yep.
you.
20.
Bonk. Oh, no bonk.
Right. And with that, you swing with the force with your staff as it leaves and clatters to the ground in the square next to you. There, it barrels through the door, heading out this way.
Successfully opened it.
It just ran right through it.
Oh, okay.
The door wasn't locked, and it is a large muscular creature, so it just sort of threw its shoulder down and powered through. And the door is just sort of...
It's a screen door. It was really never.
really never meant to keep large creatures in. Zahara, you are stable.
I'm just lying here.
Olive.
Oh my god.
That's another failure.
At least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah, it's true.
Roost, you are up.
Should I root
You
for
can
your
still- so you can
survivor
still-
or for company? Because I'm a little torn.
You can, so just to be clear, I'm going to move the creature back 1 square just so you can see it, but the doors are open so you can.
Listen, if we both die, let's be siblings and come back and play.
Okay. I'm already like, I'm already like a quarter way through my next character
I-
creation.
Okay, so where did Caspian go?
Caspian. Well, if you can't see Caspian, you don't know.
Well, I could at the time. Is right.
I don't know what that means.
Well, so I could, when he moved up, I could see where he went.
He moved up, sort of upwards past Sahara. You don't know where he went from there.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll come back. Not that I can get there. Anyway. I guess I'll dash and stand here and watch you die. I have nothing I can do. That's it.
Grumman, nice initiative for this round. Caspian.
Dude, don't be about the past. It's the past.
Caspian will try to stabilize Olive here. 18 will do it. As his combat medicalness manages to stave off Olive, still in really bad shape. Frostburn.
Yep.
Tar, what are you doing?
I can still see it. It's still within range. I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
10
And
will not
miss.
hit.
It's a warning shot. And
You
don't come
better
back.
run.
And as the Eldritch Blast sort of flies by it, it kind of comes to a stop after bursting through the doors and turns around. You can just see its big sort of toothy grin as it sort of takes its sort of hooded cloak cape and sort of closes it around it. You can see this sort of glowing energy that it rended from Olive's mind, and it closes its cape, and as it does, it sort of just starts to become invisible, and the last thing you see is just this toothy, bluish, illuminated smile as the creature goes invisible.
Go see a dentist.
All right.
Oh man, my ghost has to come back and be like, burn. Yes.
So that's its turn. It has gone invisible and moved off. Zahara is stable. Olive is stable. Groost. Does anyone have... Everybody is stable now or dead. So does Groost have any...
Just a kind of stability.
Does anyone have any inclination to go after this creature, or...
I would like to shut the
Hang on.
door.
No.
So
I'm gonna continue to enjoy being
there's
unconscious.
nothing I could really do.
I mean, I could stand at the door and just shoot blast at it. Why not? And then shut the door. No, then I couldn't shut the door. I'm just gonna shut the door and lock it.
Okay. You go there and shut the door. And with that, we will drop out of rounds.
I don't know where it went, but I told it to see a dentist.
It's going
Who's
straight to a
alive?
dentist.
I'm unconscious.
You just see ice frozen over sort of Zahara and Olive and Grumman back behind. The whole sort of corner of this room has been frosted over.
I don't really know anything about healing stuff, so I'm just gonna go over here and try it my best.
Chip, chip, chip. Oh.
It's like, oh, he just cracked it half.
Oh no, I don't want to do that.
Well, he's dead.
I think he's a little bit dead.
Groost.
What?
It's a frozen Gremlin.
I
What do we
know.
do?
I mean, maybe many years in the future, somebody could unfreeze him with technology.
Technology. I'm unconscious.
We can get to
Technology.
Jabba's palace then.
Yate, yate, yato.
Well,
Wake him
Women.
up.
I can't. He's dead. I will remember him as he was. Small.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What? It's one of the greatest.
I mean, maybe someone should say a few words.
You coming up, or are you just stabbing me in the
I
leg?
mean, can't you
Exactly.
just magic him back?
I don't do that. Oh, Genie! 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 No, Genie's not responding.
Are you trying to use some sort of mechanic?
I don't have one.
Is there like a channel
Shouting Genie.
Genie divinity?
No, it's nothing we can do. The great Maglubius in the sky has him now.
Well, Grimmin, you were very talented musical healing bot, and we love you.
Oh, God.
You selflessly revived like 8 people this combat.
I'll never forget you.
They're making fun of my spirit.
I'm not. I'm loving your spirit. I'm the only one saying kind words about you. I don't know
It's
if
not
anyone
the
else is
definition
saying
of
it.
conscience.
That's not what kind is.
I am insentient to the world.
We never discussed your afterlife plans, so I don't know what to do with your body.
There's no living will. My first mistake was having 16 hit points.
Out of the kitchen and just sort of like stands there, sort of looks over, a little bit confused at the current situation. And after about, 15, 20 seconds, kind of surveys it, walks over to Grim and just sort of like looks in,
Hold
looks
on.
back up at you, Katara, and then sort of just says, I did like his music, and then just walks past.
Turn the page.
Alright, so this is a good spot to take our break for tonight.
Rayman!
I will continue to be unconscious.
You guys are unconscious for 1 hour, so we will say
So
that
nice.
they are able to, get you back up to 1 hit point and consciousness.
Well, let's
Olive,
just see if they move us out of the ice pool.
No.
Or if they let us-
It melts.
It'll
fairly
be
quickly.
water. Yeah, you're just flying in water.
However,
Not better. Not better.
Olive and I get pneumonia. Is step 2 of this.
I will leave you with this. The mechanical effect of the saving throw that you failed, Olive, is until you've had your dream consciousness rended from your mind. Until you get it back and restore it, you can no longer benefit from the effects of a long rest.
Shit.
Oh.
Must be nice.
Is it though?
We
Which
should
is
have laughed.
unfortunate because you have 1 hit point right now. Short rests are fine though, so you can short rest. You just cannot long rest. And each day you do
You
not
don't have
long
to sleep
rest,
anymore.
you take
You're gonna
1
be
level
so
of
efficient.
exhaustion.
Oh shit, we've got to get that back.
So,
Those
we'll have that
little
to think about
gopers.
while we grab something for a break. I just wanted to ease everybody into combat in this campaign.
Okay.
Cool. So, we'll see you all back in 5 minutes. Go grab a drink or whatever you need. And,
New character.
Away we will go. So, back in 5.
should do is only let you see the top of my head. That way, you know I'm busy, but still here.
Well, we're just waiting on Dora to finish making a burrito. Beth is here.
I'm here.
I could go for a burrito. Have Dora make 2 meal one real quick.
Dora, make a... No, oh, she can hear you.
I'll zip it up. Email it.
No, it's an attachment. And we got burrito Dora here. Wait, what was the name I gave you?
Once you get a 3D printer that can 3D print food, you should be able to zip food to other people. Just create this. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Willy Wonka style.
Oh, there's a few too many characters on this splash screen. Delete.
You son of a...
All right.
Look at all of us.
Yeah,
We're so healthy.
I want to share this because it's a fun little hit point totalage thing on our splash screen. Just for a second. Yeah.
We all collectively have the HP of a one character.
You don't.
You have 13 HP collectively. Cool, but at least you kill.
Yeah. I should have shot blast.
You know how I lose a gnome and the thing that kills me always gets away? It's tradition.
Yes!
I was unconscious this time. You can't blame me.
I wanted to keep chasing that shit, but I was sensing some vibes that I should go back and be ready to heal.
How dare you roll a vibe in the middle of my death?
All right.
But
so
yet you didn't heal anyone.
Well, it's because you didn't need it, right? But if you had...
Right.
I couldn't heal you, right? So, next turn, if you hadn't been stabilized, I would have then healed you. So you can, pull that on me, but I could quite easily have left you. You could have failed to stabilize, and you could have died there on the ground.
They're falling apart, audience. They're falling apart at the
That's
seams.
alright. I didn't spend 2 turns looking for my pet.
Here it is.
2. It was 6
all
rounds.
Beginning to unravel.
6.
And we haven't even
you mean
reached the last page.
You mean the important plot device? That pet?
I don't know about plot device.
I don't know about
Important
Yeah.
plot device that was fine.
The pet made entirely of dreams, while there's a thing that eats dreams in the fucking building.
So,
that one?
as we return back to
I want to hear his sky whale.
the main area of Amber Lake, the house where, until recently, 5 of you called it your new home, at least for a night. But now you find all is quiet as Olive and Zahara come back to consciousness. Ondine has placed you both back respectively in your rooms and has kind of cleaned you off, covered you in warm blankets to get you sort of out of the cold. And there's warm cups of tea sitting beside your beds. Groost and Qatar, worse for wear, but not downed, and it seems that Caspian has taken the solemn task of removing Gremlin's body and preparing it.
There's no L!
Or Gremlin's... I didn't even have you long enough to learn your name. Gremlin's body for burial or whatever happens to deep gnomes. I guess they just get buried like 12 feet under, just deeper than everyone else. So, notably, no sign of Shavia in all of this. But the night is quiet. You can do whatever you would like, or
We haven't seen her like since.
You all went to bed, and you haven't seen her since your last conversation before bed.
Can I ask Ondine if she's checked on her? She's all right.
I assume she's or her study in the tower.
You don't think she should know that someone died in her house?
Her work is important. I'm sure she will tend to matters when she comes out. Sometimes she does work all night. Just not to be interrupted.
Okay, that seems normal.
Do you think you'll have another friend join you?
We'll see who turns up.
I hope so.
You mean that thing with the weird smile? I hope it comes back so I can kill it.
That's my new character.
I meant your departed friend, the musical one.
Oh, you want another music person?
The music was nice.
You know that they have these little boxes when you open them and you like turn this little thing on the bottom, they play music. Have you ever heard one of those? I don't know what they're called.
Never had a box of music before.
We should get you one.
You make me put me inside one.
Turns around like a little ballerina.
Focusing on the more important things. We don't know what exactly this creature does, but we do know it took something from Olive. So I'm going to worry about that, since she just kind of sighs and like gestures. She's been kind of like, hasn't been like particularly precious about or like delicate about Grimmon's body. Like she doesn't seem bothered by it. But she does kind of like stop briefly and just like pause for a moment and like do kind of like pray over him for a moment, and then she just kind of steps over him and goes out. And I'm gonna try to see if I can pick up any sort of a trail from the Oni.
What, you're going outside?
Is this the morning? Sorry, I'm just trying to.
No, I think it's still night. I'm just trying to figure out if the Oni has left any sort of visible trail.
Right.
I'll go out there with you.
Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
I clicked it. God damn it, 7.
It seems that if it left tracks, they're too difficult to find in the night, or it simply didn't leave anything substantial enough for you to find.
Okay.
Can I ask Audine, or go to Audine and ask her, so since you knew what this thing was, do you know if it'll come back? Or what else do you know about it?
I just know of the things that come at night.
Does it happen a lot?
Not here.
It's the first time?
The first time here, yes.
You say that like it's happened somewhere else you've been before.
Well, it's a tale they tell in the village to the young ones. It keeps them safe at night. You lock the door and you blow out your lights, and it can't come in.
Well, we kind of just let it in, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We let it in there.
Undine, can I use your kitchen?
What?
Of course.
Olive goes in there and starts angrily making biscuits and things like that.
Finger biscuits. I love it.
So, while you guys are outside tracking, you do see that Caspian has sort of wrapped Grimmon's body with seems to be a blanket, and is walking off in the direction towards that sort of faint yellow glow in the far distance.
Hey, where are you going?
I was going to bury the body.
I'll help.
I've got it. You look like you're in pretty rough shape. You were on the ground for most of that fight.
Yes, and now I'm not on the ground anymore. I'll help.
You know,
I stand up and start walking towards him.
We didn't contact his family yet.
Do you know who his family is?
No.
I don't think any of us have spent a lot of time talking about each other's families.
Nope. I don't know.
Just to be clear, I don't want to talk about my family. Are we going to go bury a body?
Well, I mean, maybe we should search it for, like, letters and stuff. You know, not to be nosy, but to, like, let his family know, you know.
I suppose, well, I mean, we'd be better off searching his personal effects. What does Grimman have on his body?
They're looting you.
I'm in the builder. You're gonna have to wait.
The things that a level 3 character would carry of sentiment.
I can...
Well, you gonna make us go to the family again?
Yeah, I always do. You know me.
I know, we always do.
It's really not necessary. I mean, the rest of his things are in his room where he left them. There's no weapons or anything on the body.
What, did you take his weapons?
Well,
Is his instrument on him?
I had a whole bunch.
no, I think they're all in his room.
Okay.
Should they be?
One of them that would have been on me because I would have been using it to cast spells with.
Yeah, I did take the one he was using off of him. Thought that was weird, but should. Well,
You shouldn't bury that. I mean, actually, I've never buried a body before. I usually just leave them where they lie.
yeah,
What do you
it's,
do?
Terribly unsanitary.
Well, usually it's not my property, so, you know.
I mean, the Fae have their own rights. I'm not sure what it is for those who live in the Underdark.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and Xavier gave me pretty specific instructions should anyone die.
Oh, you saw her.
Oh, and what
Oh,
were
wait,
those
no.
instructions exactly?
There's general instructions for if someone dies on the property?
Yeah, yes.
What are the general instructions?
There's not anything you need to worry about. I think.
Oh, I'm worrying.
They're just to be buried near the lake.
Near the lake? Oh, brilliant! I'll go help.
Yeah, me too.
Really not.
I'm going to come to you.
I think you're misunderstanding what this conversation is.
I feel like you shouldn't be out there, you know, with an invisible creature burying a body by a lake at night anyway, by yourself, because like you dropped your sword a lot.
You did do that.
So we're gonna come with you.
Part of the tactics of battle, sort of a
Misdirection.
zoning principle.
Zoning principles.
Yeah.
So like whether or not you could have a business.
I mean, really, you should all get some sleep. It's fine.
I'll sleep after the body's buried.
Yeah, he was our friend.
All right.
He was my acquaintance.
Well, you can, you know,
Zombie Grimmin is gonna come up.
keep an eye on things, I guess. And he just sort of walks, and you head out. Takes maybe about 5 minutes or so to walk out to this sort of lake area that is more seems out of place, almost sort of like carved out of the wilderness, and has on one side of it this kind of rock formation that comes up and actually sort of overhangs the sort of pond lake itself. It's sort of in this kidney bean-ish shape from underneath that overhang, and sort of then curling around, probably about, I don't know, maybe about 40 feet end to end, and 25 feet or so at its widest part, glowing this very sort of warm amber color, sort of an orangish yellow light to it that floods out in the area close to it, but then seems like that sort of light fades pretty quickly as it gets by. And you can see that it does appear that the surface of the water is moving despite the air being pretty still. And you can see these little sort of orangish sparkles and shapes kind of underneath the water itself. As he gets a little bit closer, kind of lays the body down maybe about 10 feet or so from the lake. And at this point you realize Caspian hasn't brought a shovel with him. And just sort of looks around. Everything good?
Kind of
feeding him to the lake creatures.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't think feeding is the right word. It's more of a place of rest, I guess. That's how Xavier described it. And as he's sort of like half turned talking to you, you see Grimmon's body just sort of almost start to fade a little bit as very, very slowly becomes translucent and then starts to like ebb with this kind of orangish gold energy until it forms into a sort of ball of the energy, which then sort of stretches out and rises up, and then slowly sort of almost like an elongated shape begins swirling back and forth, moving very slowly towards the lake itself. And you can see this form gradually becoming more and more defined until right at the cusp of the water you can see the shape as it emerges and elongates, and you can see sort of fins coming out from the top and from the back, two from the sides, as it sort of just splashes into the water.
Does it look like fish-like or like eel-like?
It looks fish-like.
Fish-like.
And it's about how big?
About the size of a fish.
Fish-sized.
Not like
But-
a huge fish, sort of like a koi fish.
But it consumed.
The body is gone. The body just sort of evaporated into this energy.
I step up next to Caspian, and Zahara is not a particularly tall woman, so I figure she's probably looking up at him. And how many times have you done this exactly?
Well, this was the first.
I turned back out towards the water. Interesting.
God, how many fishes
Well-
there are? Does he eat multiple fish?
Are you going up to the lake to survey?
Yes.
Right. So
Oh
you
boy.
walk to the water's edge and look down. Go ahead and give me a. You're trying to count how many fish there are in there. You just see multiple
Yeah.
forms going. Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Right. 18.
Leaning close, you start to get a good look. You feel yourself drawn in towards the water
Mm-hmm.
in a way that
Oh no!
you can't quite resist. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Out of interest, is there any sort of exterior side of this that I can pick
Well,
up on?
You see her go in and lean down. 17 is enough to sort of feel yourself, and you do see her like sort of just reaching out towards the water and like leaning in. And you do sort of, just as your finger is reaching, you look down and see the tips of your fingers start to become translucent and in the same sort of orangish energy. And rather than kind of giving into the euphoria of that sensation, it kind of triggers in your mind and alarms you, and you kind of pull back and are able to kind of break the hold that this has on you, and you step back away from it. And you look, and from what you could tell, there are more fish than you can count in here. It's not like, solid fish wall to wall, but dozens. There are dozens of fish in here.
That was weird.
What was weird?
Don't do that. Don't do
Don't
it.
do what?
Yeah, she said,
Don't stand by the
don't
lake.
get anywhere near the lake.
That's
Don't-
Caspian. That would have been good first thing information.
Well, there's a lot of stuff to remember, and I told you didn't have to come.
Yes, but we did just get attacked by a big thing with a lot of teeth, so you
Yeah.
going off by yourself is probably not a great idea.
I would have been fine.
Right, because you didn't throw your sword across the room twice in the middle of that fight.
Right. Didn't get knocked unconscious at all, though. I think that's a win in my column.
Yeah, but I kept hold of all of my weapons while I was conscious.
That's not true. You dropped them on the ground each time, as per the rules.
I think you're missing my claws here, my conditional claws. I'm never wrong. That's a
No,
very
I mean,
important thing to learn about me.
Literally, my friend Jeremy tells me that every time you get knocked out in battle, you can't help it. You drop your stuff.
Yes, but my conditional clause was that I didn't drop them when I was conscious. So I am, in fact, correct.
I think we can call it at least a tie.
No,
I mean, we are on the same team here.
I suppose.
No, we
But I
are.
am
Like,
always right.
Contractually, we are on the same team. If we're not, you're a security risk.
Mm,
Are you a security risk?
no.
That would be contradictory. Slightly circular. All right, well, that's that. Bye, little dude.
So, resting place. You don't technically have to be dead, do you?
What?
No, you're alive.
Well, no,
I
I'm
mean,
just
I
saying,
guess
like,
you do keep dropping your sword. That's not something that alive people usually do.
I just noticed, like, when I, went over there, that, like, I started, like,
I'm
being
real tired.
sucked. Okay, well,
But you don't want me to make fun of you for dropping your sword more?
No, I don't really care. I see it more of a sort of jealousy type thing, which is totally healthy and natural.
Yeah, that's you've cracked the code. I'm deeply, insanely
it's
jealous of
nothing-
your ability to drop swords.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm not ashamed.
I can maybe help you at some point. It's fine. Wouldn't be that much on top of my extra duties. No, for the team. At all.
For the team.
for the team, is there any
I'll
other...
see if I can teach you how to not drop your sword. We can trade.
For the team.
For the team.
No, my swords are custom made for me. I don't want to trade them. I'm gonna
That's
go
what
to
you-
sleep.
Well, while we're walking back to the house, I was just, for the team, is there any other, like, really important things that we should know? Like, don't go by the lake or you'll forever be in the resting place. Or, like, any other boogeyman poems we should know about? Or, like, security measures that are, you want to let me in on something?
Nothing I can think of right now.
I mean, it's just
I have
that
a feeling we'll find out what is least convenient.
I just
Shavia did say to make information available to you as it became relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to overload you with too much exposition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She said that too. I don't know what exposition means.
I'm sure you don't. It's okay though. Okay.
Oh, well,
sure.
Here we are at the house.
Yep, we're here.
Well, looks like the locking mechanism of the door still works just fine. It's kind of ironic.
It is ironic.
Huh.
Don't look at me.
We'll make that part of the training.
Locking
can't
mechanisms?
Yeah. Well, good night, unless you need anything. Sorry about your friend. Seemed like a... Good night.
Seemed like a dude. Where did Grimmon's instrument go that he was casting with during the battle?
Caspian put all of his stuff in the room.
Okay. Did I see what he was casting with?
Likely the loot.
Okay. I'm gonna snag the loot out of the room as I go back to my room.
It's
Easy enough.
ruined. It's all wet and frozen.
There is nobody to stop you.
Oh.
All right.
Well, this was a interesting night. Maybe we should all get some rest.
Yes, I think that we need to be. Olive, do you have any idea what it did to you exactly?
Would I not truly know this until morning, or do I have a feeling that this happened to me?
You would know it or get a sense for what it is whenever you tried to actually sleep.
All right. I'm going to stress anger eat my biscuits that I made. And because that changes things for me. All right. I will go to sleep.
All right.
Very, it just yeah. Okay, that changes my attitude. I think I was wrong. It's fine. Yeah, I go to sleep.
Yeah. You find you are able to sleep, but it is incredibly restless and unsatisfying. You wake every, 20 minutes, half an hour or so, tossing and turning, and it's not that your sleep is plagued with nightmares. It's quite the opposite. There's just nothing there. And then a couple of times during the night, when you close your eyes, when you try really hard, you can almost just see that smile forming, just glowing through the darkness of the nothingness that is where your dreams should be.
I think probably halfway through the night. Well, not. I think in the very early hours in the morning, 5 o'clock or when I would have slept 8 hours ish. I get up and I start reading my book, and because that's my comfort, and it doesn't work. So I will, I think probably beat on Dean to the kitchen and just start prepping breakfast. When I do that, I will also make a few of my special treats, because it says that with 1 hour of work or when you finish a long rest, I can cook my special treats that give temporary hit points, and then in addition, I can extra hit points on a
Oh.
hit die. Mechanically, I'm doing, but once that realization comes and when I can roll hit die, I will use that. So, neither of the, interestingly enough, with this chef's feat, neither of them, it's just the time that it's to create it. It doesn't like reset with a long rest or a short rest. So that's on my side. So, and as a wizard, I do get some spell slots back, but that's. So if we can, yeah. So anyway,
So
mechanically, when we're ready to get to that point, I'll.
So, does anyone have anything before we long rest?
I have something after we long rest.
Does anyone have anything before we long rest?
Wow.
I have not answered your question.
I would want to coax out Eloise and do a quick surveying inside the locker thing. And also seeing generally if anything's up.
Well, a bunch of people went off into the woods and came back not with Grimmin. It seems like Olive has been baking for quite a while and then went to bed. Did you put anything in the footlocker? As it was empty when you arrived. It's for your use. So if you didn't put anything in there, you don't.
No. No, I understand that, right? I'm trying. It doesn't matter. Let's just move on.
There is a hole in the back of it, the bottom, about the size of Eloise, that looks like it was eaten away by some sort of acid.
Okay.
Just melted through the wood.
And we just learned that Eloise has the ability to spit acid.
And does Eloise seem more at ease now this thing's gone?
Yes.
Or still spooked in the... Okay.
She seems more at ease.
Okay, that is all.
Alright. Long rest or short rest, if you would like, is achieved. If you do not long rest, you take 1 level of exhaustion.
I do have something I want to do at the end of the long rest.
Alright. At the end of the long rest.
At the end of the long rest, I'm going to use Whispers of the Dead to gain a proficiency with the lute. And so she trances for her 4 hours, and then... Oh my god, she trances for her 4 hours, and then for that other 4 hours, she pulls out Grimmin's old lute, and she sits on. I think she probably starts out in her room, but then within an hour or two, kind of wanders out into the kitchen, and she's just kind of strumming it. And before anybody gets up, she kind of like has it in her lap, and she's slowly like strumming it. And every time she does it, it gets a little bit more fluid, and she's a little bit more in tune. And she starts inching closer and closer to music. And before anybody gets up, she she's like looking out the window towards the forest, and she just kind of says out loud, "Well, we didn't have the chance to fight alongside each other very long, and I won't pretend that I can wield this with any of the skill or magic that you did, but thank you for this gift." And then by the time she's finished her long rest, she has gained proficiency with the lute. Thanks.
Well, congratulations,
I'd love
your
to
character's death has given Dora a skill proficiency.
You're welcome.
Or
There's
not
to
a skill
disquiet the
proficiency.
dead.
There's a
An
learn to
instrument
play the
proficiency.
lute like pamphlet that's tucked in the small little leather
Easy
case
tap.
I keep checking it.
All right.
Easy
So
tab progressions.
if you would like to roll hit dice, you may do so at this time for short rest. Otherwise, long rest completes and such. Remembering, Olive, that you are at 1 hit point.
I know. And then I get to roll an extra because I'm gonna eat as I heal myself, realizing what's happened. I get to roll an extra 1d8 for that 1 short rest that I do because of my cooked treats. And then I'm gonna additionally make one treat that gives me temporary hit points of 2. Amazing. So Olive is just kind of like, I think in the more she's done all the prep for Undine, hasn't cooked for Undine, but has been her sous chef, like kind of like set everything up for her because I don't want to mess with her cooking, but is over in the corner reading her book and just like, frustratingly, eating. It usually brings her a lot of pleasure to eat what she's cooked, but it's kind of doesn't. She's so frustrated with everything, it doesn't really taste the same. So that is.
Yeah. Undine comes in, and you can tell that it takes her a good 30 seconds to sort of, like, she sees that everything has sort of been prepped and all that, but like, you can tell that a couple of times she sort of like starts to do the thing that like would be the first step of something, and then she just sort of like stops, and then you can see her like thinking through, okay, well, I don't have to do that step, and she does that sort of with several different aspects. Looks a little confused, but sort of eventually comes into then moving on from the prep work that you have done.
I'm sorry to throw you off. I'm a little frustrated right now, and cutting things and chopping things and measuring things really makes me feel better. I haven't had a very good night.
Do you want tomato flowers?
I mean, I could make them if you want me to make them for you.
Yes, this meal needs tomato flowers.
I will do that. And she pulls out one of her favorite paring knives and just starts to like make these delicately arranged tomato flowers, and it's a little bit of joy, especially being asked to do it by her is kind of like a small win. So
good.
Starting to come around to Aldine.
And she begins to, make eggs and take out some meats and do the rest of the prep for breakfast. And you do see that a bit before everyone comes up, Shavia sort of walks into the kitchen, just sort of like stretching and holding her neck a little bit. And she goes and fetches a pitcher of water and pours it, takes one sip of it, puts it down, dumps the water out, goes over, grabs a bottle of wine, pulls the cork out with her teeth, and then walks away with the bottle of wine. She sort of gives a nod to Undine and then looks at you. And your gazes kind of like meet for a second, and there's this sort of like, I don't really know what to say to you, but I feel like I should say something. And then she's kind of like, and then she just walks away without saying anything.
We were attacked by an Oni last night.
Yes. So my chief of security has informed me. Sorry about your friend.
And we've. I don't feel great, so.
You don't look very good either.
Don't usually try for pretty, but that's fine.
No, it's more unsettling than something is like occultly wrong with you, I can sense.
Yeah, so I feel like we have to fight. We have to track that thing down and kill it until I can feel better.
What exactly happened to you?
Well, let's see. It pushed into my brain. I fell.
Have it in there.
Didn't do it willingly.
Yep, that's sort of the bread and butter of how they work.
Yeah. And then I fell unconscious a lot.
A lot of unconsciousness. That's
don't feel great.
Good.
Ate a little. Feel a little bit better.
That's good.
But I didn't dream.
Oh, that's very bad.
Yeah.
Well, don't know for sure. Would you mind? Just close your eyes. This might hurt a little bit.
Why not? Let's do it.
She reaches out and just sort of like holds her fingers near your head, and you feel like this kind of like almost like this jolt of like very strong like static electricity, sort of from your head to each of her fingers, and then she kind of pulls her hand back. Well, it's not good at all. Yes, it's torn some piece of your consciousness from you. Much the way it consumes children's dreams. It's a little bit more insidious for adults, as there's no purity, so there's sort of a resistance to
That's
this.
right,
So it does more damage when it pulls it out, and it is the part of your psyche that's needed to rejuvenate yourself, and until you manage to get it back, well, things are not going to get better.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing for me, it can wait. This should be your first priority, but likely, probably still parallel path tasking. So, I'm sure you'll sort it out. It likely has whatever it was sent to scavenge now. I'm not sure why it came here. It definitely didn't get to me.
Do you think it would have been tracking down the little pet, Eloise? A thing made of dreams?
Yeah, no, that seems probably like the most likely thing. Can't imagine that if it was... It's a half-hearted attempt if it's here to, capture or kidnap me, right? Why would you attack me in the safest place for me? Try to lure me out or something. Yeah, it was definitely here for other reasons. Might have just been a reconnaissance mission, but, somehow locked into getting in. Then took what it could. But it's most likely bringing what it took back to its owner. They don't... With all the abilities they have to, tear these things from people's minds, they don't really have anything to do with them, except to trade or barter them. So it's usually some sort of, give and take relationship with somebody who can use them, my guess. So it's probably the Blood Witch.
Cool. I really love the idea of someone owning a part of my brain that is my brain. I don't...
The interesting part about this, though, is...
love that.
If it does exist, I'm sure there's some sort of ritual combined with the sacrifice of some other creature that could turn your consciousness, albeit in a very twisted and agitated form, in with the blood of that, and create some other creature entirely. You should likely, get there before this happens, or, somebody with your, initial magical inclinations might create something that's real dangerous. Yes.
A cookie monster.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But I mean, that's your little pet. That's more or less how it formed, and you've seen how capricious it can be with the dreams of a child, right? You take the psyche of an adult, and well, that's just years and years of emotional trauma all packed into one nice little neat concentrated ball. It's a recipe for...
Okay. This is a lot.
Yeah. Was any consolation, you're not going to lose any more sleep over it.
If I was more well rested,
no.
I might find that funny. I just, two things. One, we've been sent to track down this Blood Witch, but don't really have much of a direction to go in. You have to know something else that can help us. Like a nudge, a point on the compass rose, if you will.
Well, wherever she's operating is beyond the realm of my abilities to scry, albeit limited, that I have. So it's going to be in some sort of plane-shifted temporal location. Maybe some sort of demi-plane or something like that that's well shielded and guarded. And having minions, do her bidding. So I'd look for some sort of fissure or portal or rift or something like that. Likely nearby, because this creature is not walking miles and miles and miles to do what it needs to do. I mean, they're opportunistic, but not altogether all that motivated. So, and it's probably within range of town, and obviously within range of here, without feeling like it's overextending itself. From what I hear, you guys did quite a number on it, which is good. It's a shame you couldn't just put that last kick into it. If somebody had come and gotten me, maybe we could have, nipped this in the bud, but a lesson for next time, perhaps.
I was pretty busy being unconscious, so okay. And then here's the other thing. Do you have anything that could possibly help me just make it through? A band-aid, an elixir, anything just to help me out.
She puts the cork back in her bottle of wine and hands it to you.
I take it and I pour it into whatever jar I have near me and kick it back. That was nice, but...
Oh, you mean some sort of, healing potion.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yes,
you know...
Yes. I have a
type
stash
of
them. I will fetch something and have Undine bring it to you. It'll take the edge off a bit. Are you in this sort of lifestyle that likes the extras, or just the pure healing?
I mean, listen, I'm open to new experiences.
Alright. Say no more. Back in my adventuring days, we found run-of-the-mill potions a bit too bland for our palates, so we... Well, fun times. Just turns and walks away.
She walks past Zahara, who's coming in with the loot kind of on her back, and Zahara just kind of goes, "Isn't it a little bit early in the day for drugs?"
Isn't it a little bit early in the day for music? Yes is the answer. It's too early in the day. No music before breakfast. It's a house rule.
Interesting. Is there a list of those?
Yes.
That would be real helpful, because we keep learning things at very inopportune moments.
Well, one at a time is the only way to learn things.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. It's not really a rule. I just,
I mean, I was gonna do it regardless, so...
have a terrible headache.
You should consider not drinking before breakfast.
How am I supposed to get rid of the headache?
Fair enough.
Alright, well, Undine, thank you. That was delicious. I'll be in my lab. And she walks out. And Undine's like, but you didn't. So, Undine serves breakfast for all of you. Caspian sits there. Tracking down this bloody witch. How you gonna do it?
Oh, I think we're gonna start by figuring out if we can track the Oni.
Alright. Well, it was invisible, so nobody's probably seen it. That doesn't mean that it didn't leave some tracks in the mud. Didn't rain last night, so you got that going on your side.
I also filled them in over breakfast about the fact that they could make a monster pet out of my brain stuff, and how I really, really, really don't want that to happen.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rough.
So this is urgent.
Yeah.
Another question that's on a more business-oriented matter. We have an extra room, and Shavia likes all the rooms to be filled. And she said, based on your performance last night, it's fine. We have setbacks that we can work through, but she thinks it's a good idea that you rebolster your numbers.
We'll take that under advisement.
That's
Does she
a
have
weird
someone in mind?
request.
Mind already?
Oh, no, not my cup of tea. Yeah, just make sure they're not a security risk.
Right.
Thanks. That'll take a load off my mind.
Just out of interest, what percentage of your job would you say is just saying the word security risk over and over again?
Well, my job is to worry about security, so if it's in the statement I'm saying, it's part of my job.
Right.
Are you ready for that training?
No.
So ready.
No,
So incredibly, incredibly ready. We're not doing this. We need to go track the Oni.
Check. All right.
Yeah.
We've got stuff to do.
All right. Well, best of luck. If there's anything I can do from here, let me know. Stay safe.
Thanks. I'll try to remember that.
The other thing in passing, he produces a healing potion there and hands it to you. Shavia said you need a little pick-me-up.
Yes, thank you.
One thing I will caution, she makes her healing potions a bit more, got a little bit of kick to them.
Yeah, we keep talking about kick. Is it like a spice? Is it like a nice, like, cayenne after? Like, what do we mean by kick?
Have you ever been at a picnic and then an owl bear just charges out of the woods trying to eat you?
Yes, that happens often in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that feeling when you're transitioning from, boy, this is a great set of grapes that I'm eating, to, oh gods, what is that amalgamation of both owl and bear that's coming at me and probably going to kill me. That moment, sort of like that.
I think they're kind of cute.
Well, we all have bad taste
called
sometimes.
An adrenaline rush.
That's more a better description. Yeah, it's a bit of an adrenaline rush. So if you want that, take it right before you need some adrenaline. If you don't, well, you're just gonna have a bit of adrenaline and then it's gonna go away.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate this.
So
what's your
the healing potion does 3d4 plus 2 healing, and you benefit from the haste spell effect until the start of your next turn, or the end of your next turn, rather. Sorry.
Cool.
One more question before we leave the house, Caspian. What's your
Yeah?
family name?
What's my family's names? Like
No,
all
not
of them?
all of your family. You know, like your family name.
I mean, you sending them letters?
Maybe
We could.
That seems
performance review. You know.
gross overstepping of personal boundaries, bordering on a security risk. But,
oh, is it?
My surname, if that's what you're asking, is Surlo.
Yeah, that's the family name.
Surlo. Yeah.
Surlo.
Surlo.
All right.
It's Surlo.
Thanks.
It's my family's name. Not all of them. They have different individual names, but that's
But y'all share the.
We share that one.
You share that one, yeah.
Hence family
Family
name.
name.
Yep.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. What's yours?
I have many names.
No, not you.
Right now I can't really think of it.
Seems
I
like
think
a
it
weird
starts-
thing to forget.
Yeah.
Are you follow my finger?
Are you a doctor?
I am trained in battlefield medicine. You might have a concussion.
I think I'm alright. I didn't get knocked unconscious last night.
Oh, all right.
I also don't have a concussion.
Yeah, you 100% have a concussion.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that you were bludgeoned repeatedly, you most likely hit your head on the ground several times.
I'm very resilient.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Caspian.
Bye! Don't forget to, lock... do we have a key to the house? If we don't have a key, don't lock the door.
No, lock the fucking door.
The door just lets us in, I think.
The door should respond to your touch. Nothing can get in here unless it's let in or it's on the list.
Oh, okay.
All of you are on the list. Think of it as like that place you go with the dancing people.
A bar?
No. But yeah, we can say bar. That they only let you in if you're, of a certain level of...
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I literally don't know what adjective you're trying to suggest by this.
Great.
Where's Groost?
Oh.
Literally, little guy's right here. You can't... We should get you a taller seat.
Hi.
You bring in Eloise, Grost?
Of course.
All right, cool.
That seems ill-advised.
Does
Why?
it?
Because we're going to be hunting a creature that consumes dreams.
Right, but
So we shouldn't bring a dream snack with us.
Eloise is as much of a part of this group as the rest of us.
Even
Except
more
that-
so than some of you now.
Except that Eloise is, as they say, a snack, and we should keep her in the locked house.
Please stop objectifying my friend.
I wouldn't
Eloise
argue.
is going to get eaten.
Well, this got awkward. I'm gonna do my rounds.
You were the one talking about a strip club.
I thought it was just a club with guest lists.
I'm just
But you went
saying he didn't specify. That's why it's
Okay.
important when you're forming an argument to be precise.
Mhm,
Should I teach
very-
about thesis statements?
Um,
Let's go track an Odie.
let us go.
All right. What would you like to do?
Would like to look for tracks and try to find a direction to go in.
I would like to do this as well, or to assist.
All right. Well, you can select one of you to, or both of you trained in survival?
I
or
am
any
not.
of you trained in survival?
I am trained in survival.
All right.
I
So
am
you
not.
can either assist Olive, or you can both make your own individual survival checks.
It might be more advantageous to do separate because I do not have that high of a.
Okie dokie. See if we're doing better in the sunlight. We are. 18.
All right. Olive, you head off sort of in one direction, thinking you're following something, and you get about 3 or 4 steps, and you just see this squirrel kind of like look up at you, and then it sort of like smooths out one of its tracks and jumps up a tree.
God, I'm so fucking tired.
Zahara, going out, you see no tracks for a bit, and you kind of case the general vicinity, and you kind of realize that the lack of tracks likely meant that it stayed on the road, which headed, sort of a bit back in the direction of town. And as you get to kind of the edge of the property line where that gate of all that sort of twisted, coiling metal that looks like sort of branches and coiled vines and stuff that makes up the gate to Shavia's property. You do see that on one of the coils, it looks like the coil itself has actually sort of like extended out in a way that you don't recall it having been before, and on it there is a piece of fabric, not just like a little bit, but like it looks like the gate sort of coiled up and like tried to grasp or rend at something. There's something caught on there.
I walk up. And what did you catch? And I'll try to pull the fabric down.
All right. As you pull it off, and it's not like being grasped; it just sort of like goes. But you can see the end of it is kind of a point, and as you pull it back, the gate sort of like just curls back in on itself a little bit, and it sort of forms back up into things. And you see that it actually looks like it's speared through what you kind of recognize as a piece of the kind of linen fabric, this blue. Dark blue, dirty linen fabric that made up the cloak that it was wearing, and also as part of it, it looks like it has torn a small pouch, and it just sort of pierced through all of that. So there's a hole in this leather pouch. The pouch kind of reeks of just mud and decay. Not pleasant, but it's about yay big, sort of a little bit bigger than a softball size.
I look up the gate and I say, well, thank you. And then I look down and I open the bag.
Right. Inside the bag, you see there is a piece of metal. It's about this big.
A round piece of metal?
A round piece of metal, sort of in a circular spot. So it's kind of ring-shaped. And it has some engravings around the inside of it.
Do these look similar to the engravings on the ring?
It looks to be similar size and similar engravings.
Well, then I guess...
If we compare the two next to each other, is it the same symbols or are they different symbols?
Looking at them, they are not the same symbols. They're the same, looks like written in the same set of characters, but they're not perfectly identical, no.
Do you mind?
So?
I'm going to ritually cast Comprehend Languages, touching the ring.
Right.
Actually,
so,
touching them both. I think I would have them both in my hands.
Let me find the... Where is the previous one? It says your call is important. I mean, I guess this takes 10 minutes, so we got
Yeah.
Alright, so spell completes. The one that you are familiar with still reads the same. In dreams of the sleeping titan does passage await. And the other one says, in blood does it disclose, in blood does it open.
In blood does it disclose? In blood does it open?
Without the question mark.
Okay, thanks. And did I recognize what language it was? Like, I don't think I know I get the meaning, but do I understand what language it might be?
Make an intelligence check for me.
Disadvantage, correct?
Yep. 'Cause boy, you're tired.
It's weird that I've got it. 13.
All right. 13 is just enough. Language is giant.
Okay. Oh, I think I did remember that. Okay.
The characters are vaguely reminiscent of sort of dwarven characters, but there's enough sort of difference and actually sort of lack of complexity that does lead you to make the conclusion that they are written in giant. Not known for large sort of written works either. So it's a little bit of an oddity for like, you know, there's no like giant epic poetry being written, that sort of thing.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's my next goal. So after I've read this, I read it out loud to everybody.
So there's something inside, and you have to feed it blood to get it out. Right?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's kind of what it sounds like. Like, I imagine you bled when he swiped through your brain, right? Did you bleed?
It's not, it was psychic damage.
Yeah, it was psychic damage. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't bleed?
Yeah.
I mean, you bled for other reasons, I think. But...
Mm-hmm. The ouchie ones. Physical ouchie ones. Well,
I don't mind cutting myself. We can try it.
for what?
I don't know. I feel like I should, just smear blood on it.
On what?
On the
ring?
on the ring, on the metal thing.
I think we have to go to the place first.
What place?
The place that Shavia told us about. With the other ring.
Oh, sure.
I mean, you can bleed on it then.
Okay.
That's fine.
Confluence of several rivers that feed into the Whispering Row.
Oh.
Which is a combination. That is a river name that is not a good mixture with my tendency to drop R's and W's. It's just real tough.
Okay. Shall we continue?
Yes, and you do have a map that leads to that location that Shavia has provided with you. Timori, you said you are loaded up.
Yes.
All right.
I've already put a little token on the splash screen.
Oh, look at you go.
Well, I did go, didn't I? Yes.
Yes. Is that
Snakus.
That's my name now.
How did you put a token on there already?
What? It's not actually a token. It's the character portrait area that I do have access to. You're going to have to save that as a token for me and do all the stat stuff that I don't get to do. No, I didn't know any secrets. Sorry.
Yeah. I was like, wow. Honestly, they should make it so that players can do that.
Yes, but then in the middle, players will alter that, and it will be vexing. So it should be lockable, but I do agree it should be opened up at one point.
All right. So, you stand at the gate, and you see somewhat perplexed individuals standing now that you've all sort of, held the ring, and you're doing all of this sort of waiting for the ritual to complete, standing near the gate, and you realize that about 100 feet or so off, someone has kind of like warily stopped. They're carrying a piece of paper in their hand that seems to match the initial sort of like advertisement that you guys got looking around, just sort of down the road. And as you finish like reading the rings and all standing there, you realize that you are indeed being watched.
Good morning.
By Timur's character.
Aha! So this is my understanding as I've been doing all of this. You guys are somewhere, and I'm looking at you, and that's all I know.
You are.
I don't know
so
exactly where.
They're at the gate to like the sort of driveway into Shavia's place. Sort of twisted metal confluence of sort of vines and all of this, but all metallic. Looks very unnatural, but still very beautiful and flowing in its nature. And you have in your hand an ad that you picked up in Crenel Bend that is essentially the initial ad that your party had answered, and you've sort of found your way here with some, guidance from the locals, but are without adventuring party and approaching a little bit warily as there are people sort of, right at the gate doing magic and, a bunch of things.
Wait, you guys are doing magic? What are you guys doing? Good to know.
Just trying to, understand. Hello. Who are you? Who are you?
I am Zevis. I am want a pureblood if you're unfamiliar with my kind. I have a desire to seek employment here. Are you the keepers of this domain? I seek a witch? I'm not sure what this says, actually. Does it say witch? It's hard for me to remember if it did, but I do know now that I'm not sure what it does say.
No, but we're employed for her, and we have a recently made available opening in our party.
Excellent.
How do you feel about a trial run? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Not the biggest fan of running, but
Trial
if
stroll.
you have a need for some arcane bolstering.
Oh.
Great. Just what I need
What
in
kind of
my life.
bolstering do you do?
Well, I can do flame or I can do healing,
Oh.
Oh.
depending on what kind of bolstering is required. As I have some semblance of spells at my disposal. I'm not
You
gonna do that
like
the whole time.
words
There's
that-
no way.
Yeah,
Maybe you should stay away from words that use S's.
Indubitably.
Correct.
Great. Mages. More mages. Just
Oh
what
no,
I
no, no.
needed.
What are you?
I don't
If
have
you had
any
to, like-
books.
If you had to sum yourself up with a single word encompassing the general,
Mechanics.
your general spelliness, what would it be?
Prodigy.
Oh.
Did you say prodigy? It's amazing.
That's clarified.
figured-
nothing.
You can fix your hit points in your character sheet.
I shall. I actually was.
Dark vision isn't relevant right now, so we'll do that.
Good.
later.
And my Roll20 character sheet doesn't relate to much, but yeah. Not that I can see a health bar right now either.
Yeah.
Well,
Zevis, again, may I inquire upon your names?
First.
Zahara.
Ooh, Z, I like that.
Thanks.
Olive kind of brushes her hand off on her apron as if she thinks that she always has flour on it, and reaches out her hand and says Olive Keldov.
I'll grasp her hand with a slightly cool scaly reptilian like snake-like whatever. I'm like, pleased to meet you.
Olive does not flinch. So,
My name is Ghost, but there's only one S.
Why?
Well, I wanted to double down on the U's.
Did
You
you
only
choose
pick one or
your
the
own
other?
name? How unusual.
Well, I was called Gwust originally.
Like
But I
something that goes
got
around a cake
some-
or a pie. I see. Yes.
Yes, like a Gwust. Yes.
my friend that just went into the woods to take a leak, her name is Qatar.
It's unfortunate that you detailed that. I did not ask.
Is that for dinner?
I mean, I just assumed that's what she went to go do.
Oh, look,
Welcome,
she's back.
stranger. I am the trial
Guitar.
employee.
Yes.
Where were the leeks?
Leeks?
I'm hungry. I was promised leeks.
I don't know what a leek is.
Type of vegetable. Just
The
introduce
type
yourself
of-
to the nice man.
He's a snake man.
Snake man. I'm Qatar.
So they said, with too much detail.
Snake Man has a name.
Zevis is
That
me.
one.
I wield arcane powers and tap into the divine as well.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good.
So I've
That's,
been told.
Anyway, we are off to fight an Oni that's still part of my brain. Are you in?
I'm unfamiliar with that. However, I do know a rhyme, I think.
Oh yeah. Do you want to say it together?
I don't. It's been
Okay.
many years.
I'm just
Or
saying that
minutes even.
if it ever comes to your house, keep the doors locked is the moral of the story.
Oh, my house is buried now. It's fine.
Locking should not be a problem then.
Sounds like an interesting story. You know, buried house.
It's not so interesting. The sands often do such things.
Olive continues to get antsier.
Let's keep. We need to go to the river, whose name I'm not going to say.
The Whispering Rill.
Thank you, that one. Every time I do it, the percentage chance of me fucking it up goes up, so.
Yes. What was that? That was the river name. Excellent. Well then. That is the general makeup. Who is the front line that I shall be thankful for here?
Oh, it's me, Ghost.
I also stab things.
Ah, excellent.
You're immediately struck by like, oh shit.
Tiny little goblin, little wisp of an elf.
An old lady with what appears to you to be a cookbook in her pocket.
Initially, I did lean on a heavily armored cleric type profession. However, I chose something else. It turns out.
I support your choice. I don't know what it. I think I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. We will find out as we all roll initiative. As the Oni. No. You make
Why
your
not?
way
Bring it on.
out. Okay. Bring it on.
No.
Cool. It's actually in a hot air balloon above you.
Okay,
Cast
great.
cone of cold. Which is ironic thing to do from a hot air balloon. So, you make your way to the Whispering Rill River and follow it upstream, getting more and more into the wilderness. This area departs a bit from the sort of swampy lowlands and kind of starts making its way up and up a bit through the more sort of hilly and rocky areas. It does get not quite mountainous, but more rugged and more sort of highlands. And further north, you follow the river up into Ogral itself, and doesn't take but a couple of hours of traveling to literally follow the river itself to point where you see streaming from a large sort of set of kind of almost tiered steps of rock up that go maybe about 50 to 75 feet or so up to the next level. There's definitely a ridge here. You see various sort of cascading waterfalls coming down from directions that sort of all go and flow into the Whispering Rill itself, coming down. The path ends. It's been separate from the road, but there is still not a well-trodden path, but a path nonetheless that kind of follows parallel to the river. As you kind of assume that people use this as a way to navigate, and though not well-traveled by wagons and carriages and that sort of thing, foot traffic is perhaps something that this does see on a fairly frequent basis. And at the end of the path coming up towards the area where the rivers converge, there is a singular stone circle in the ground, about 10 feet in diameter, maybe about 1 foot or so thick, that goes sort of all the way around. It's very weathered. There's moss and lichen that grow on parts of it. Whole area has this kind of like wet, earthy smell to it, and you can hear the cascading water, just not like a roaring waterfall, but you can definitely hear the flow and trickles of water off in the distance. It sort of comes down from the mountains up, or the steep hills up behind you to form this sort of valley where all of these waterfalls come in and converge. And give me a moment, and I will... wait, don't need Grimmin on this map. And give you something to look at. A little something, something. Seventh. I'll move you over.
Oh, whoa.
And get the battle map up a bit.
That is a very cool map. Though it is refusing to load for me.
It'll load. Just give it time.
Share the load.
Pretty.
Are these 5-foot squares, or is this some representation of a much larger area?
It is 5 foot squares.
Huh.
There are, of this sort of like tributary leading into the main river, this is not the only one of them. This happens in several other locations that all just sort of snake their way into the mountain itself. But this is the one that following the bank of the main river kind of leads you to. So it's like the rest of Ogral to the north is at a higher elevation, and everything basically flows down all the way from the mountains of Dove Rock, melts down off of those into Ogral, and then sort of cascades its way all the way down to the ocean here. So this is just one of the last steps into the valley area.
A wonderful delta we see here.
And this ring is just a stone, like a well?
Yeah,
Or
it's not a well. It's just a stone circle in the ground.
Walking up to it, the runes that I see as a player on it, are those runes also on it?
There is indeed some sort of runic writing around on it. It's cracked and broken in places, but still sort of does write around it.
I will do the same.
I would like to do comprehend languages again and try to read it.
around. Ritually casting or normal casting?
Ritually casting, yes.
All right. Is anyone for our 10-minute ritual cast like to do anything?
I would like to use my religion skill to see if I am recognizing any kind of important features.
All right. You can assess the religious iconography of this.
I was
Check.
trained in the desert by myself with half a book. I apologize.
Not bad.
Books are
That-
important.
That's me being trained in religion, by the way.
So,
Good.
It came with my character background. I can't help it.
so the writing on here, it doesn't. The actual text itself is foreign to you. You don't know. You don't recognize what the characters are. There's no evidence here that this is, other than it could be ceremonial in nature. There is no sort of religious context to any of this. You don't see any signs that this is like, oh, this is an altar to this god or anything like that. So looks pretty foreign to you. It is deliberately put here and is a creation of someone at this location. And it does look like from where the path ends that this is sort of somewhere that people go to. Not a language you are familiar with.
I didn't expect it. I just wanted to share.
Qatar. This is a language you are proficient in.
Is it primordial?
It is primordial.
Ooh, what's it say? What's it say?
On it.
It says. What?
Gravel.
Gravel, gravel.
Sound of fire. That's it.
Armander.
It says gravel, gravel, sound of fire.
All right. It does not say any of those things. It says, in the moonlight, all is revealed.
Oh, we gotta wait for dark. We're camping out. Set up
Nice.
camp, everybody.
But it's sun now. It's so nice on the skin.
You do this, and Olive is like so pissed off and like drops her ritual in the middle, being like, "God damn it! All right."
What do you think it's gonna be? Ooh, it's got to be something to do with the river, right? I think it's gonna be in the river. Ooh, maybe it'd be like a fish in the river. We have to follow the fish down the river. Like Grimmon's gonna guide us to our next spot.
I don't think it's gonna be like that at all.
What
Oh,
led you
okay.
to this spot here? What brought us to this location?
I think that I would fill him in on what we've been tasked with: the Blood Witch, the dream stealing. Groost, are you revealing Eloise at all?
To the new
Zephys.
edition?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you do that.
It eats baby brains. Do you have any baby brains?
Groosh just sort of lifts the top of a satchel. And Eloise pokes out from within.
Have
Did you tell
tracked
us
that
about-
before?
What do you say?
I've never tracked that before.
Well, it would be difficult because you'd be tracking a lot of small people walking on their hands.
It's a figment.
Yeah. Little people hands.
This is what brought us here. This thing.
No, our
No.
employer
It takes its
brought us
trunk
here.
and sort of like waves at you.
Side question for you, Bethany. Did you reveal the acid thing to us or no?
So, everyone.
Oh, Bruce, I hate it when you start a sentence like that.
I have some news for you all. So,
Am I gonna like this news?
no. While
Great.
the Oni,
Go on.
when when the Oni was in the house and I was looking for Eloise, Eloise used acids to burn through the metal of my footlocker to hide inside. So, not only does Eloise shoot acid / excrete acid / spit acid, but Eloise also can detect when the Oni is nearby. Which is why I brought Eloise along.
Okay.
Actually,
So that's what you were
no,
doing while I was bleeding out?
yes. Now I think
Okay.
about it. Having a creature that we've now realized excretes acid when nearby to scary things in my satchel attached to me seems like a poor idea. Eloise, please don't do that.
Bruce, just once. I would love it if you listened to me.
I won't do it. Because you don't... When you say things to people, you don't say them nicely.
I don't know, I'm kind of an asshole.
Well, you should work on that.
I won't.
I know.
At least we understand each other. I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
So the figment is revealed. I will do the montage explanation of how it was created and what might happen with part of my brain.
I really was creating characters. If I missed anything in the last hour, it's because I missed it.
Okay. Anyway, so what happened is that with Olive's brain that got part of her, like her dreaming or whatnot, that got taken away, there's the potential, to also create a monster just like the figment with my adult brain.
Not
And
a
my
monster.
arcane enhanced brain could also make something very terrible with blood. So the Oni took it to, yeah.
Took it to
Cookie
the Blood
monster.
Witch.
The Oni took it to the Blood Witch.
And the Blood Witch we think is here?
We think took it to the Blood Witch, but it's
Do we
it's
think
highly
the Oni is
likely.
here or the Blood Witch or both?
We're trying to track anything, so potentially the Blood Witch could be here. The Blood Witch is also in an extraplanar space, potentially, because it's hard to track her. Them. I don't know what the Blood Witch is, per se, yet.
The blorb.
So-
It sounds like a blorb, a floating blorb.
Yeah.
We were
So
told to
anyway.
look for a rift or a portal.
Yeah. Which, given that what
Oh,
the circle says,
I
the
see.
moonlight potentially could do this.
So, what would you all like to do?
I would, you know what? I would like to ritually cast Detect Magic and walk around the area that we're in right now.
All right. This can be done. Walking around the area with Detect Magic on, you notice that, one, the whole valley sort of faintly glows with illusion magic. And as you kind of walk through kind of like the central portion of it, when you reach the areas where it's concentrated, you feel almost this sort of resistance or viscosity to the space through which you move. Not enough to like prevent you from moving there, but it's just sort of like walking against a firm wind for a moment as you pass through these areas of it. But it's sort of just like blurred and throughout the whole thing. As you walk sort of back from let me get in the right layer so I can ping back from the central sort of area here over to this wall, there are
Hang on, can I zoom out? Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ping.
So that sort of weird thing that I was just describing is kind of in the central island area. The circle that you probably would have started at the circle. The circle itself has transmutation magic around it, and then this far wall on the left of the map has pockets of conjuration magic attached to it, just sort of along the cliff faces itself.
Okay. Is this like a stream that we just kind of walk over? Like,
I mean, it's
or
it's
is it
flowing
something?
fairly rapidly, but it's not deep.
Okay, not deep. Okay.
Yeah, and so there's like this one, and then there's like 3 or 4 other ones that are like this that are all sort of flowing to form the Whispering Rill River, which is much larger, that goes sort of around down to Krennel Bend.
Okay.
So this is one of several tributaries.
So I explain, the kind of thick area over here, and the wall, and the circle. So if we are going to wait for moonlight for this to happen, we might want to figure out a good vantage point to be at.
Well, maybe since I can read this thing, I should stay right here.
Are you expecting more words to appear?
I don't know. You never know.
Sure, that's fine.
What if something happens?
I mean, something's going to happen.
I mean, I'm open to ideas.
I
You think
don't
we should all be in like somewhere else? Should we have behind a bush?
I don't have any, so that's why I'm asking all of you.
There's a kind of big tree over there, and I point behind us. We could hide over there. I don't know. I don't know if we'll all fit.
I mean, is there something that we need to hide from necessarily?
Oh, I'm just thinking that being more watchful, really, to see what happens, and before, because for example, if we sit in the middle of the thick stuff and something appears, that's not great, right? So
we need to figure out some place where we have good sight lines. I suppose it wouldn't be amiss for us to not. Although, I mean, if the Oni's coming back, I guess we don't know exactly where it's going to be coming from, so it's hard to choose a good place to hide. Mostly, I think you need to find some place that's high enough up that we can get a good look at anything that's,
or
going on.
The other thing is standing by that circle might not be a bad idea, because if you're in the circle, maybe you can see everything. Like, that's the lens to see everything through.
That also seems like a reasonable interpretation.
Bruce, does your creature bait?
Well, no. It's like... So, when people are mining, right? They have like a canary. So this is like the canary, except that rather than dying, the canary covers me in acid and I scream.
Withdraw any further questions.
Okay.
Glad we cleared that up.
So the circle's transmutation. Does someone want to stand in the middle?
I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
I will back up.
You want me to do it right now?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
There's transmutation magic with that circle.
As you step into the center of the circle, nothing happens.
Yeah, there we go. I knew.
What time of day is it?
Daytime.
What? I didn't hear.
Daytime.
Like
about
midday?
Noon or something.
Okay.
Yeah, midday-ish.
Well, or,
6 or so hours till darkness, till dusk.
you got 6 hours or so until
You
it's
don't know
gonna
that.
be. I'm just guessing. It's like a whisper in my mind.
You would. So,
Is
is there
there any-
anything you want to do? During the daytime.
I am gonna slip Zahara one of my 2 temporary hit point cookies or biscuits.
I will eat it.
You look ragged. Do you need some healing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be I would not say no to that.
Let's see. Bane, no.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't want that today. No, thank you.
Spiritual weapon, suggest. Yes, this is it. And I will cast this for you.
Pretty solid.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. The healing word, of course, is snake.
Snake. Oh, shoot. I did
Snake.
No.
Snake.
That's not how you use the medicine. You use the
I know,
opposite way.
What was I at before? Was I at
You were 9 above that.
11? Okay, sorry. Yeah.
You were at 4 on my screen, so.
Well,
You were at
I
11,
was- I
actually,
was
so you should be at 20.
okay.
I guess it just hasn't updated for me.
Oh my god.
Roll20 isn't updated.
Simon says 20.
I could make suggestions for, topics of discussion.
Who's our
If-
tracker?
Not me.
Well,
I know a
wait.
thing or two. I.
Not about tracking. You just know things.
I
Is
have an
Elliot's as large
approximate
as you
knowledge of
mentioned?
many things.
The only is as large as you mentioned. Find tracks.
Sure. I'll poke
Soft
about and
wood here.
see if there's any Oni tracks in the.
I would like a wisdom survival check, please.
I will do this. When I find my character sheet. Wisdom survival. Boop. 12.
Looking around, there doesn't seem to be any tracks that you can find.
Oh, did we tell you that it's invisible?
What?
Yeah.
How do
I
we
mean-
counteract that, you suppose?
I don't know. Like
Well,
we
we
just
did
hit
it
it.
What?
mostly.
Yeah, we just kind of like hit things until we found it.
I can go invisible.
I can go invisible too, but that doesn't help.
That doesn't make. I mean,
How
you
would
being
that not help? If it can't see you, that's gotta help. Right?
so what if we all went invisible, and when we found it, we were like, "Look, gentleman's agreement. We just all switch it off now, and we just fight this out."
Do you have no method to counteract the invisibility? Did you bring paint or glitter or something?
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Do you
What-
happen to
wouldn't-
carry glitter on you at all times?
Wouldn't the paint?
I
and the
considered
glitter-
having fairy fire as an option, but I thought that might be a little meta, so I did not choose it.
Wouldn't paint and glitter go invisible anyway?
Well, not if you tossed it on it while it was already invisible.
Oh.
I knew I should have brought that bag of flour with me.
I
Yeah.
knew I
Ah.
should have bought my paint and glitter collection.
We could like with the hours that we have, just gather some
What if we just grab a lot of?
mud, clay.
Or you just get a
throw clay
bucket.
around.
Why don't we
I'm
just?
told, well, I read a class that has a feature. You can gather paint and glitter from your environment in an hour.
We could just like get mud.
Yes, I have the bedazzled background, and I may instantly.
That sounds like a hobby domain cleric. I think I can
Bedazzler
play
feat?
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can encrust things with jewels and find glitter on demand.
No, I think the bedazzled feat allows you to make glitter bombs.
Yeah.
So that would be.
Coming soon to DM's Guild. Patent
Came
pending.
like a
Watsy already
glitter
owns
bomb.
it, so it's fine.
What methods does this creature fight with? Great
Uh,
weapons or spells of effect?
So they got
Claws.
big old claws, and then a bunch of bad spells that hurt and do bad things to people,
Ice.
Yes.
like kill them.
Oh yeah,
Ice.
ice too.
By them, I mean one specific person. your predecessor.
It's my fortune that that person is not here as I seek employment, as my gold is running a little thin.
Between you and me, and I guess everybody else that's here, you seem way better than they were. Because you're alive and they're not.
Something I pride myself on, yes.
Oh, do you sing by chance?
I sing. I sing. Of course I sing. No, I do not. No.
Do you have any hobbies? What do
Whistles.
snake people do?
What's a whistling?
Whistling.
You what? I was alone for a long time in the desert.
Hours begin to wane on, unless you guys have anything constructive to do.
No, I'll
Yeah,
over
clay
in the
collection.
over in the corner, smoking her pipe, just being like, "What the fuck?"
Mud collection. I'd just like to have like a collection of mud around me that I can throw around and it will.
There is water.
I just want to work on my mud collection.
Water and dirt, so mud.
Oh, that's good.
I'll just make a little mini ring around this ring that I'm gonna stand in, and that way I can just throw it around if I want in random places.
Yeah.
Are there fish in this stream? Or is this something too small?
These ones.
Oh, look, a guppy.
Not really. There some small ones, but there's not like, trophy bass in here.
I banged them.
Burn all your
Take that,
spell slots,
fish.
Accosting the local wildlife. All right, so as we move onward,
to infinity.
slowly you watch the sun begin to set on the location, and as the last waning moments of light sort of start to flicker past the horizon, there's this sort of eerie calm as you almost feel like the streams and waterfalls themselves like pause for a moment in reverence, and the flow of the water stops, be it all but so briefly. And
Nope. Goodbye.
of the valley begins to glow in the area that you saw the illusion magic for a moment. And as the moon sort of crests up over the horizon, its light is washed over the valley. You see something start to come into shape between these rivers. A large form coming into view. And you see, seems almost skeletal in nature. A huge creature, sort of scale beyond comprehension. But deceased. As a massive skeleton forms, as if a fallen creature of immense size chose this as its final resting place. Its skeleton there before you, glowing ethereally in the moonlight, as the rivers then continue their flow. And this is where we will end tonight's session.
That was such a cool map reveal. That was really, really cool.
Shoot, it's a giant.
It's the second giant we've seen today.
My first.
Cool. Well, we did it. We made it to the evening.
Well,
Oh, now the rings make sense.
Cool. Well, thank you all for playing. There are no winners or losers in D&D.
yeah.
Easy to
for those
say.
of you who are more recent to joining us, Timur has the unlucky distinction of being the only player player whose characters ever die in my campaigns. Actually,
Only when they're
Holly,
gnomes.
Holly has one though. Holly has had a character die.
It's crazy to me that Tamura's characters die, considering how hard people try to die in campaigns sometimes. But Tamura is always just off to one side and just gets fucking one shot out of nowhere.
Well,
True.
I did my best to kill everyone, but it didn't quite work out that way. So
I think you shouldn't pick gnomes anymore.
I didn't this time.
Yeah. Thank you, Timur. Kudos to you for busting through a new character quickly. If there's anything we need to iron out, we'll do so in between. I still gotta like fix dark visions and that kind of stuff. But we will do that between sessions. Thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this. Back going for, what is this, episode 13?
4.
4? I think I put 3 on the description, but it's all right. The episode numbers aren't relevant to anyone but Dora, who tries to parse all of these. But
I'll fix it afterwards.
we'll fix it.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. So we will be back Wednesday at 7:30 for hashtag graced. Dora's campaign, minus the hashtag, but with all of the fun. And then Lions
I
and
can't die in
Crows
that one at least.
on Thursday, which maybe Gislin dies. I don't know.
Maybe.
Timora DMing, Dora's DMing on Wednesday. Timora's DMing on Thursday. Both are at 7:30 Eastern Time if you want to join in for that. All the campaigns have kind of a different style, different feel, so it's fun, but many of the same players going. This is a low-level campaign. Wednesday is also at what, session 4-ish? Somewhere in there.
5-ish.
So that one just started, and then Timur's campaign is a higher level campaign, sort of tier 2, 3 stuff. We're level 9?
9.
Yeah,
9 in there? Yeah, level 9.
9?
That's been going for a while. If you want to catch up or check any of those, search for Roll It Slant on YouTube, and both of those from the beginning, as well as this campaign, are there, and you can watch back episodes and all of that. Check us out on Twitter at Roll It Slant if you want to stay up to date with announcements, etc. Big thank you to Kevin MacLeod for the royalty-free music tonight. We had Cambodian Odyssey, Cryptic Sorrow, Animalia, Interloper, This House, which I find is a hilarious title for the part of that fight. Right Behind You, also a hilarious title. Anxiety and Return of Lazarus. Night Vigil was the solemn tune that played over the death of everyone's favorite monk, not monk, what is that? That thing that died.
I don't even know the clown.
Bard.
Yeah, you know, Gremlin.
That's fine.
He was a good character.
I get it. Don't dwell on the past. That's fine.
Yeah. And am I missing anything? Roll20.net for the virtual tabletop. Thank you for having us as part of your Spotlight program. And I think that just about wraps it up. Does anyone have anything else they would like to add to this wonderful outro? Nope. So until next time.
Don't get your brain swiped, or you can't dream anymore.
There you go.
Facts.
The dead.